Ferbey, the skip, but throws third rocks. The final rocks are thrown by Dave Nedwin, one of the best ever. Second, Scott Pfeiffer, and the lead, Marcel Rock. They call him Huff and Puff. For Kevin Martin, also from Edmonton, Alberta, he has Don Walchuk, the experienced third, next to him. Carter Rycroft, the second, and the lead, one of the best at judging time, is Don Bartlett. For the final, Randy Ferbey has the Bluestones, Kevin Martin the Yellow Rocks, and the hammer belongs to Randy Ferbey. Action ready to begin. The Canadian Open final. Don Bartlett has been suffering from some back problems, and that kept him from the Northern Championship playdowns in Alberta, but he feels much better this week at the Canadian Open.
Well, I don't think he wanted to go to the Northerns and play in that heavy ice and come here. Their focus has been on the Olympic spot. They're so close to it right now. And Don Bartlett is, I don't think, feeling any pain.
Well, it's easier to handle the pain, too, when you're in the championship.
Well, his back was bothering him definitely early in the week, and there was the one game, the final game of the round robin, where he skipped through Leeds Rocks, and Kevin took part in this week.
Kevin's hand is still sore.
Marcel Rock, the lead for Randy Ferbey's team. Marcel took a leave of absence from his job as a school teacher to concentrate on curling this season.
Very strong lead player and tremendously powerful sweeper. And we will see some of the best sweeping in the world in this match tonight.
Getting better. Yep.
Both teams winning by a 7-6 score in the semifinals.
Go.
And I know our fans have been looking for this matchup for a long time, sometime when it really mattered, and finally here it is.
Well, let's take a look at the rules of play here on the Grand Slam Tour. The 4-rock rule in effect in the free guard zone. Each team has 75 minutes to work, including 2 one-minute timeouts to play with.
And I think in both the semifinal games, the teams used all their timeouts. Lots of discussions in the last 8, 9, 10th end.
John Morris was particularly tight on time. He was down under a minute when he went to throw his last rock in the semis.
Yep. Bump a little.
Well, already Ferbey has used the guard to come around, and then Kevin Martin, the same thing. Martin threw Yellow Rocks in the semifinal. He's got them again. And Bluestones, who Randy Ferbey, they've been allowed to match the Stones.
It was a tight draw for the hammer in this final game when Kevin Martin was about a half-inch past the pin, and Nedwin on his draw, he covered the pin, got about 3/4 of the rock on top of it, and Marcel said that's a big draw for us, getting that hammer right in the first end.
No room for any kind of error on this kind of a final matchup.
Go. Heads up. Whoa.
Well, both these teams might downplay this a little bit, but I know both of them want this very badly.
I hear you. Big time.
You bump it a little bit. Good.
Carter Rycroft ready to deliver. We did not see Carter at the Skins in Waterloo. He was absent with a very good reason, awaiting the birth of his daughter Lee.
Okay, through. Line's good. Clean it. Lots of weight. No, weight's good. Oh. Top 4. Close. Yep. Top 4. Heart. Line's perfect. Heart.
Well, how's this for play from the front-end players? We've already got them working hard for that control zone in the top 8-foot area.
Bumper. Okay.
Randy Ferbey has been reading the ice so well here in Winnipeg, and he just seems to know what his players are going to come out with, the weights, everything.
Scott Pfeiffer, who had a real strong game in the semifinals, and that's his normal. He likes to shoot high percentages. Ferbey picked out a neat shot for him on his first one as they play to rub this blue and move the yellow over and get a roll to the side, really take control of that top 8-foot area.
Well, as you say, he's probably one of the stronger left-handed players on the tour. And as he picks that rock and rolls over, Marcel's right on it to catch it.
Okay, make this double.
Two great young seconds going head-to-head in this game.
And we question whether Carter's head would be totally into the game, just giving birth to his, first child. And I know it's been tough for him to be away this weekend.
Hard, guys, hard.
He's trying to help Lee's education fund, and he could do it if his team takes the title. $100,000 in total prize money. The champion takes home $30,000, 18 for the runner-up. Semifinalists, $12,000, and those that qualified, $7,000.
Yeah.
Well, Carter Rycroft has certainly responded to the pressure of being on the tour, being an away dad, and makes a double.
Less. Clean. Yep. Real hard.
Now the other young second, Scott, playing the hit and roll off of this.
Hard. Right up. Hard. Right up, guys.
Ferbey has the hammer in this opening end. This over curls. Didn't have a lot of weight on that. They asked for soft board, and he was only hacking. That's the reason for the over curl.
Martin sweeps the blue right out of the back. So 2 yellows counting.
The blue rock hit. The blue rock hit, guys.
Well, they said waste that blue, and it touched the sideboard, so move it up.
Don Walchuk, familiar with, of course, both skips. He's played with Kevin Martin for 10 years. Before that, he played with a guy named Ferbey.
Yeah, they were second and third on the Pat Ryan team and went to the Brier in 1987 and 88 and 89, a run of 3 years.
All there. Back 4. Oh, your line's a little bit tight. Nope.
Weight's good, guys. Go.
Line only. Line's good. Plenty of weight. Tight. Line's tight. Lots of weight. Okay.
Oh, wait.
T-line plus.
We'll see some great judging from these front-end players.
T-line. Come on, get a body.
Bartlett, in particular, really takes charge of the draw weight judgment as it's coming down the ice. And look at that. Full berry by Walchuk.
Nice shot.
Already,
throw the out turn?
already on the defense is the Ferbey team. Walchuk makes a nice berry.
Well, stealing worked so well for Kevin Martin in the semifinal.
Nice run back.
Stealing
Yeah, I think I like
in
the
the 8th,
intern.
9th, and the 10th. 2 in the 10th that locked up the victory.
And you would sort of think that Martin would have the edge in this game. When you steal a game like that, which you probably shouldn't have won against Howard, you have a big edge. Former teammate of Don Walchuk, Randy Ferbey. Now the skip of these team playing the straight back, and wow, he gets a good double, almost triple.
So close.
Well, they won 2 Briers together, Ferbey and Walchuk playing third and second respectively. Ferbey the third on that Pat Ryan team in 1988 and 89.
And you felt, Marilyn, too, that this was going to be a battle of the thirds.
Well, I asked Randy before the game started. I said, you know, why are you playing so good? He says, I don't know. I said, well, don't question it. But Don Walchuk, you know, we're so used to, we put so much pressure on him, or the expectation is high for him to play so well, and he usually comes up with those big shots. But lately this season, there's just been a hot and cold little tap going on there.
Well, they are still very great friends, Ferbey and Walchuk, and there isn't a day or two where they're not on the phone to each other, and quite often rubbing it in. You know, if they win an event or do well, or the other guy doesn't, well, then they're in there rubbing it in and having some fun.
Sit down. Good shot. Good shot.
Good shot there to stay out of the ring. So even if Ferbey makes the double, he won't be biting.
Don's just made 2 perfect shots with his opening end.
A little bit too tight. Yeah,
You want to do that way?
Yeah.
Well, sure, they can make the double here, but they can't really hurt you. Even if they make the double, Kevin then can still go around the guard undercover.
You're playing the nose, right?
Well, that's what I just asked. You said that way?
No, nose.
No? Okay.
Get them all.
Okay.
Hard. Gotta go hard. Hard.
Sweeping right out of hand.
Now he was inside again. He's on the guard. First big miss we've seen of Ferbey.
Peels the guard away. And Kevin Martin, who's trying to steal again.
Well, maybe Randy Ferbey is getting his rock out just too far away from his body. Gives it a little bit of a roundabout there.
Well, Randy's never had, you know, that perfect delivery you teach somebody else. He has his own method of doing it, and it worked for Lee Trevino, so why not for Randy?
Kind of reminds me of that.
We got to choke off his, right?
I know Randy likes his golf.
Martin with a most definite edge now. Well, he sure did show us a soft game when he got behind against Glenn Howard in that semifinal, stealing points on 8 and 9 and 10. And really in that game, Glenn Howard didn't even have shots with his last stone of any of those ends, as he was definitely giving up steals.
Not in. Hard. Hard.
Now, Kevin Martin really understands how to get the right position with stones and really put the pressure on.
Well, the center line well guarded.
Okay. Choosing up and then we'll run the garden if we have it or something, right?
Yeah. Well, we won't. But
Buried. Well, his.
well,
garden.
his.
Yeah.
They didn't have much downtime between the games, Randy Ferbey and Kevin Martin. And you just kind of wonder, what do they do between games to give them...
It wouldn't drag it enough to get it, would it?
Take a look at this stat, though, Marilyn. With the hammer, Ferbey is 3-0 in this event. Martin, without the hammer, 3-0. And that's a Kevin Martin who usually likes to play with the hammer.
Maybe, well...
He'll buy that hammer.
We open it up at least, then he's guarding, and then we got a little tap for one.
Now, their call of coming in there really, really surprises me.
Okay.
It looks like they could do some damage here. If Martin was throwing, he could do more because Kevin can throw it harder than Netowin. But still, there's going to be a little bit of drag on this stone, particularly if you hit it on this side.
Dave Netowin out of the hack.
Well, his home might be in Alberta now, but he was born and raised here in Winnipeg.
And he makes 1 and 2 and
Great shot.
3. There's a terrific shot.
You don't usually see him add a little weight with a push at the end, but he did, and it managed to work.
And how that rock spun around, that's why it goes out.
That's what you call it? Oh, I was there all day, man.
Well, if you're Kevin Martin, now you've got to have this one in the rings. Sure, you'd like to guard it, but you'd probably like to get into the ring, so if Netowin makes the double, he's forced to take one. The double straight back wouldn't be for a blank.
We talked about Glenn Howard's delivery being so soft and so smooth. Kevin Martin is just as good on the delivery.
Okay, that's good.
It's going to over curl again.
We'll see if they bring it in.
We'll finish. Just top 12.
Just top 12. Line's good.
Line's good. All the way there. Top 8.
Just
make sure it's a biter.
Oh, just a biter. Whoa.
Good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Made it a little too easy.
Same kind of throw you just threw.
You want to do that, or do you want to just hit on the nose and get our one?
No, let's try it this way. Call it. Try the blank.
You think?
Well, sure.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad. If you're going for the blank, you get your hammer, you get your hammer back, or you give up one. It's not a big deal right now, I don't think.
Is that what you like?
Well, I actually like the straight back double to take one. I always think when you get on the scoreboard before your opponent, it's always worth something. They can't afford to make mistakes and give way. Once you're ahead 1, they can't afford to just give you more points. So, but it could be a totally different philosophy. You'd rather go for the blank, Marilyn, would you?
I'm just saying Randy Ferbey would rather go for the blank.
Would you take the points?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could. You can.
No, would
And
you?
it's just,
In a situation, would you take the point?
I'd be trying to blank.
Let's see. There we go. And it will be 1 yellow. It's a steal. Not able to muscle the yellow out of the way. Kevin Martin gets on the scoreboard first. 1-0 after 1 end.
It doesn't curl up quite enough. Almost had the double. Randy can't get it out. So it is a steal of 1 as it hangs around the tour letterage.
Martin leading the Ferbey team 1-0 after 1.
It's not about the money, the glory, or stepping up to the podium knowing you're number 1. It's about taking the time to do your best. Like Kevin Martin, our pharmacists take the time to care for you and your family. And caring is the most important part of healthcare. Talk to your local pharmacist at one of these fine stores.
At M&M Meat Shops, we wanted our name to reflect more of what we offer.
Hello, M&M Meat, and hundreds of mouth-watering complete meals you can prepare quickly and easily to please the whole family. Shops. Can I help you?
But then again, why not just show you? All your party foods and complete holiday meals, like stuffed turkey breast with farm vegetable blend. And decadent desserts, like chocolate caramel pecan cheesecake. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
BDO Dunwoody is one of Canada's largest accounting and advisory firms, and a very proud sponsor of curling.
At BDO, we believe that all players should be treated equally. As the title sponsor of the BDO Curling Classic, we offered a purse of $100,000 to both the men and the women.
Find out more about BDO Dunwoody at www.bdo.ca. BDO Dunwoody, driving growth.
Nobody stands behind their cars like Mitsubishi. Because every new Mitsubishi now comes with a 10-year powertrain limited warranty, 5-year new vehicle limited warranty, and 5-year roadside assistance. Mitsubishi, the best bad cars in the world.
After just one bite of McDonald's turkey BLT, one of the 6 new toasted deli sandwiches, I knew it was my time to carry on the family tradition. Because there are 2 things in our blood, turkey and sandwich boards. Some guys just want to bring home the bacon. Me, I hit the drive-thru and bring it home snuggled with seasoned turkey. I know Granddad would have been proud of such a great sandwich. I am, and I know my son will be too.
McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Flat tire on my van. I think my wife parallel parks front first. No time to get the tire fixed, but I headed over to Cal Tire.
It was about a minute till closing. A leaky tire isn't safe. You can't watch the clock on that.
And the bay doors opened up and hooked up all the hoses outside, and I've just never had service that good. Nice to find a place that 1 minute before closing still means that you're open.
Cal Tire, true service. Bring a new dimension to your winter driving with the Michelin X Ice.
At the Forks in Winnipeg, the winter activity continues, and they're going through a bit of a mild spell right now, so great opportunity to get outside and enjoy the terrific conditions. And a short trip away from the Forks is the MTS Center. Taking a look at the Tour money leaders, 1-2 matching up in the final. Kevin Martin, $6,000 more than Randy Ferbey. And that could change with $30,000 for first prize, 18 for second. Into the second end with Kevin Martin leading, picked up the steal.
Well, Rob, when we see those money winnings, you know, that's just their tour winnings for the year. Both of them have won skins events this year. Ferbey winning our Sportsnet skins game over Christmas. So they both had great years. Martin already over the $200,000 mark this year, and there was 1 year 3 years ago when they both went over the $200,000. Ferbey did it first, and Martin was quickly on his heels. So these two teams have won a lot of the loot out there on the tour in the skins game over the last few years.
And deservedly so.
And knowing the fact that Kevin Martin has at least $18,000 in his pocket, I did some math, and you could tell because you could smell wood burning, that unofficially Kevin's over $1 million in earnings since '92.
Wow. Well, they've been pretty solid every year, and you know, we were talking in our opening about friend or foe, and in 1996 it was Martin at skip on a team, and Ferbey at third, Walchuk at second, and Bartlett a lead, and in '96 they struggled. So Randy Ferbey really got cut from that team, and that's when Walchuk became the third, and in '96 they went on and lost the Brier final. It was stolen from them from Jeff Stoughton. But since then, it kind of looked like Ferbey's career might have been over, but then he came back and won all those Briers, got onto this team and skipped this team, and they've had a tremendous run.
10, 11, kind of?
Yeah.
And since '92, the list shapes up this way. So Wayne Middaugh in second, then Jeff Stoughton. Randy Ferbey's there, number 5 on the list. Almost $500,000, but Kevin Martin He's certainly been the money man on the tour.
Yeah, and if you look at Ferbey's career, Ferbey also won. The Ryan team won a lot in the 1980s, and that isn't shown.
Well, I think what's hurt Randy Ferbey is he wasn't on the tour, in the Grand Slam tour.
Well, he was winning the Briars. You're right. Yeah.
Very good.
And we mentioned that in the opening, too, that these two teams took different paths. Kevin Martin was a big proponent of the Grand Slam Tour and getting the players more involved in the tour and an opportunity to use their sponsors and get
to make this double?
full exposure for the sponsors who jump on board with the team. Well, Randy Ferbey decided that, the Briar route was he wanted to try to get a national title or a world championship.
And you mentioned Ferbey winning those Briars, and at that point in time, going back 3 or 4 years ago, there was no money at the Briar. Now this year there is prize money. Carter looks like he's just sliding a little bit past that center point of the center of the stone. He's crossing over a little bit with that sliding foot, and that's something we have not seen from him before.
His shoulders are turned.
Now, a little bit of video, though, a little bit of video work would smarten that up in a hurry and get that great delivery back to the way it normally is.
Still makes a great shot there.
Looks like yellow is shot rock.
Okay.
Well, Ed, there you described that, and his shoulders right at this point now, just turned ever so slightly.
Yeah, and you like the ankle right behind the center of the stone and the toe on the edge. He's crossing over a bit too far, and we haven't seen that from him before.
Whoa!
That's what becoming a new papa will do for you.
Oh.
Nothing for Scott. Wow.
I mean, you saw Scott turn around immediately after he released it. He wasn't happy. He felt maybe he had picked something else up under it.
Had something right in his hand, and he had to shove it.
85% in the semifinal.
What do you think? Still Danger Bay, but what do you do?
Come the other way, says Kevin Martin. Avoid the double. And that's the beauty of this marked Shurik ice. It'll be keen out on this side.
Good, eh?
And you can throw the same kind of weight, nice easy weight. Well, Mark clips the pebble before the game, and they'll find it awfully clean, even
hard line.
Clean and keen this far out.
Hard line. Oh, hard line.
Line only.
Okay.
T-line plus.
Oh.
Of course, most of that movement is after the hog line.
Right off.
They want to keep it high.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don Bartlett said T-line plus, and they backed off, and it comes up just in the 4-foot.
Well, he's 3 for 3, shooting 100%.
Hey, right now. He's going to split the house, right? Or he's going to draw back here.
Yeah. I don't know. You can run it in if you want.
Is it time to go gambling with a draw? If you don't make it, you're looking at least 3.
Well, Randy Ferbey, he's so nonchalant sometimes when he puts the broom down and he's on his defensive mode. I don't think he's liking his shots right now, though. He's really having to bail this team out.
Inside.
Martin's team's been perfect so far.
Well, this is nothing but damage control as Randy tries to play this one straight back, and he certainly didn't get right in behind it with his slide either. He's over to the side quite a bit.
Marty, right over.
This Ferbey team, as you mentioned, Rob, was just over in Scotland, and they won the event over there. Got some golf in, too, as they were able to play at St. Andrews in Carnoustie.
And into the final, 2 losses along the way. They had a round robin. They split the 15 teams up into 3 pools, played a round robin in that pool, and then moved on. Some big wins, 10-7 and 10-2 over Morris and Menard, and then the 7-6 win over Morris in the semifinal.
Well, he just barely squeaked through his group because his record was only 2-2, but on the merits of a really good shootout where the 4 players on the team draw to the button, they had a cumulative of only 3.5 inches away from the button, and that moved them on into the shootout, or from the shootout into a playoff position in the quarters.
Throw a guard. The problem is if you leave him any piece, he can easily tap and lie 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Oh,
Okay.
Chop it up.
Want to just draw a tap?
Where do you want to hit?
Well,
I wouldn't be hitting.
Probably just as easy to knock one out.
Okay.
Well, I like this call. You tap it for a freeze and
Go for the nose.
you really solidify the end.
I'll try to make this, but
I don't know about this. It's always... What do you think then?
You gotta make sure you're on the nose, though.
Well, what do you want to do? Just draw a tap?
Yeah, so I'm liking, but...
Well, I kind of like that too.
Because that way you're gonna have 3 rocks in the rings for sure, right?
Let's play draw tap.
draw tap. It's fine with me.
I'm for that. I'm voting for that.
Well, you never know when you might get a misfire, take out your own stone and roll out. You don't look too good.
You know, we voted
just
in
the
the semifinal. They didn't listen to us.
I know, but I'm voting
You're
here.
going to vote again?
I'm going to vote again.
Okay, go ahead.
And it just makes more sense here. It's only the second end.
Well, hang on here. That's crazy.
Okay.
If we don't hit it right on the nose, right on the nose. Hit it on the nose. Don't worry about the
I'm disagreeing with Kevin.
Well, these guys are good.
And Don was feeling more comfortable with a draw tap. I think that's a very defensive draw shot. This is floating.
No.
That's why I don't like hitting.
I agree, Don Bartlett.
2 by rocks.
Oh, that is ugly all day long.
Yeah, but Kevin, you play the draw relying 3 in the ring.
Bad one.
Well, it was the overcall and the vote at the skip that won that shot. And there's a bad result. I don't think
Both
Don
yellows disappear.
Don Walchuk wasn't comfortable with that call.
Good. Throw it. Simple shot. It's fine.
If you make it.
I don't mind keeping another one in the rings.
Well, Kevin's still trying to persuade everybody that it was a good call.
We're down. Gotta go hard, guys. Hard! Real hard! Hard!
And Marilyn, I would say that even 2 out of the 3 blondes in the crowd didn't like that call.
Okay.
What?
And now, 3 blue to worry about.
Kevin's pretty adamant on this call also.
Well, it's a hit and roll. He can do something on this one that might work good for him. He could get the double or hit and spin over in front of those. But I just can't see the logic in that other call of his. You'd like to play, you know, just light back ring weight and keep those stones in play, and they didn't do that.
I think the percentage shot was still the draw tap.
Be talking to Kevin next end in Rock Talk and maybe get his thoughts on it.
Anyhow, he's skinny on this one.
Another over the topper.
Oh, and it comes by.
This is the intensity of Kevin, and he is so hard on himself. He's hard on his players. And when he misses shots like this, he does not like it. This was an overcall on Walchuk's part. Hits it too thick and rolls over the top. Puts Kevin in a bad mood.
Or he freezes and he's out of the end.
This is a tough freeze, man.
What do you like, Scott? Marcel?
Playing the back too, so stay 8 foot.
I think either right here or way in the back over there. It's not bad. It's just if we slide a hair too far, then he freezes. If we're a hair short, he's doubling into a wall. What about in the middle, right to 8 foot? He'll run it in, and
I think way over here.
I think
we don't sit shot. He freezes if we don't.
Well,
yeah.
He's getting.
I don't think he'll freeze. Why are you worried about it?
Don't you want to be in the 8 foot?
Isn't he just doubling these anyway? So why are we worried about it?
So we're gonna have something for 2 anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, why are we trying to make it to a point where he's gonna make?
He can make a triple.
Yeah, he can make a triple.
No matter hair short. No matter where we put this thing, he can make a triple, unless it's back 12. That's the only spot that he's not gonna make a triple, or way over there.
The other stupid call might be to come around this guard.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was looking.
But then you're making a freeze.
What about coming
around?
around?
Draw for 1,
right? What about this? What about this, Scott?
Well, but he moves it an inch, man, and he's, you know, right there. Well, you give him a
He's running it straight for the triple, but
who knows? He might jam. You bite 8 foot.
What about right here?
And he's just freezing in the back.
I don't think he's freezing. I wouldn't be freezing. That's a tough freeze. I mean, he comes a little heavier, giving 2.
Yeah,
3. I mean.
What about here then?
That's too deep. Too deep. That's too deep.
Oh, that's not bad. Because why? Let's go there.
Just bite 8 foot.
What's he gonna do with this?
Okay. Just bite the 8 foot.
Go around. But what's he gonna do there?
Well, why don't we go right here?
Yeah, well, just making us run in harder.
Why 8 foot? Why? I don't want to give him that same.
That's why I'm saying over further.
Okay. Well, just 8 foot though.
Calling the shot.
Where do you want it?
Two different things
Well, if we go back to the other shot where Kevin Martin played the hit rather than the tap, I know for certain that if he had had last stone, he would have played that, you know, to keep the rocks in the rings. He played the hit trying to think, well, we can limit to any damage there is. They happen to miss it. And here's Netwin now with a chance to count 3.
If it happens to be sliding, then all the way back's not bad. Yeah.
But where do you put this rock?
Well, they talked enough about it.
I like Ferbey's idea that you just barely bite it somewhere and dare Martin to play the perfect freeze. Those rocks aren't sitting all that well back there for a perfect freeze, although there is a pocket. There could be a way of doing it wrong.
It's hard to imagine that Kevin Martin would try to be making a perfect freeze against 3 in the second end.
Yeah, this early in the game.
Fight.
That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Perfect control of weight for Netwin.
Just into the 8 foot.
It's the tough shot that Kevin Martin is calling.
I don't expect this one to fall.
Well, that's why I was saying here over. Well, whatever.
And a tough line call again.
And Kevin playing the out turn again wants this one and then fire his shooter right into there and get them all. Don't bet against him.
Do we smell a 3 coming up?
Well, Ferbey said don't leave them the same shot twice in a row, and they have left a great player that same shot twice.
No. Hip. No. Hard. No, forget it.
Over the top again.
Over the top one more time. So an opportunity now for Ferbey to take 3.
Kevin called the sweep a couple of times thinking they could save it and just roll in front of it, but there's too much weight to save that.
You have to decide that from the hand. You know, when Kevin Martin is thinking that maybe he could save this shot, Ed, but I don't think Walchuk had that thought in mind.
Well, it's going to be a 3 pop right here. And a pretty simple one, too. You've heard of the junior deuce? Well, this is the junior 3. There wasn't much to earn it.
I didn't clean this path. I did.
Kevin Martin's already walked back to the end of the ice. I think he's had enough at this end.
And, you know, they had to dispute the Martin team about what they should play, and that always works out not bad if you win the end, but when you lose an end, that hangs around.
And this is the final rock of the second end. All he has to do is find the house for 3. Kevin Martin with a steal of 1 in the first, but Ferbey comes back in the second and gets 3 and has a 2-point lead after 2 ends. Randy Ferbey leading Kevin Martin in the championship final of the Canadian Open on Rogers Sportsnet.
Every day, you have to work at the things you love. It takes patience, motivation, and the support of those around you. Most of all, it takes time. Like Carrie Burtnick, our pharmacists take the time for you and your family. Visit one of our over 1,100 participating pharmacies today. We take the time to care, and caring is the most important part of healthcare.
At M&M Meat Shops, we wanted our name to reflect more of what we offer.
Hello, M&M Meat, and hundreds of mouth-watering complete meals you can prepare quickly and easily to please the whole family shops. Can I help you?
But then again, why not just show you? Complete meals like New York strip loin with gourmet stuffed potato, stuffed turkey breast with farm vegetable blend, and desserts like chocolate caramel pecan cheesecake. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
The curling news, eh? Subscribe today. When it's cooler outside, make it warmer inside. You can at the Home Depot. Right now's the perfect time. Use your Home Depot consumer credit card and get no payments, no interest for 12 months on any kitchen, bath, or window treatment purchase of $4.50 or more. Nobody else has more know-how to make every dollar work harder. So go ahead. Give your home a fresh start for the new year. Find more inspiration at homedepot.ca. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Introducing the Nissan X-Trail, the SUV for evolving lives.
Third end of the championship final of the Canadian Open. Randy Ferbey and Kevin Martin mixing it up in all Alberta. They're now looking at the Palm Pilot to see what the results were of the Alberta Women's Championship, and it turned out Kathy King was the winner. Now that makes Marcel Rock very happy.
Yes, his wife Raylene plays second on the team, and Kathy playing Shannon Kleibrink, the defending champion. She'd be pretty pleased about her win. She had a big year.
And Jennifer Jones won the Manitoba women's title in Souris. It's just outside of Brandon.
Halfway.
Well, Kathy King did have a big year. She won that
BDO Curling Classic
in Kelowna, yeah. 30,000 first there.
And of course, Jen Hanna won Ontario's.
So they're all starting to fall into place for the Scott, which is going to be at Mile 1 Stadium, St. John's, Newfoundland. So the ice will be ready to go, and they'll be ready and rocking for more curling out in Newfoundland. Joining us for another edition of Rock Talk is Kevin Martin. And Kevin, that second end was a bit of an ouch, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a pile of ouches this week, that's for sure.
Tell us what your thoughts were. That first one, the guys tried to talk you out of it, but you thought it was there definitely.
Which, what?
That first shot on the double on the Blues in the back.
Yeah, I just fell back. Well, Randy's did come into the house. He thought he had nose and he rolled about a foot, and mine did the same thing, so we should have been on that. But you know, that's the way it goes.
Sure. Why do you want to putt? I don't know. That's what I said. What do you want to do? Well, that's what we're asking. Well, you said 5. That's fine. 5. 3.
Tap it back.
Well, it's early enough in the game here that Kevin could actually play a hit on these stones, but he's elected just to tap them back, and that's good strategy too. You know, you got to bring that corner guard into play here somehow and get your easy deuce. You don't want to over gamble and give away 2 or 3 more, and then you're way behind. So you want to get the deuce, but you want to be a little bit safe in how you get it.
Whoa! Whoa! Clean! Whoa! Ah! Stay close. Right off.
Don Bartlett with an intense yell there.
That's good. Nice tap.
Onto the tap.
Shot.
Kevin, you're now the comeback team. Let's see. BDO Classic, and now we're talking about this event. You kept coming. What's the deal here? You keep trying to, you know, just spot the other team a lead, and
we're not trying to. That's for sure. But boy, we've been doing it a lot lately. And
you're not trying to set it up this way.
We sure don't mean to, but. Yeah, you know, we're just, takes us a while to get going, I guess. I don't know. But it's been like that lately. Clear.
And for Kevin and his team, that's probably the way the Alberta playdowns went, too. The ice was pretty straight where they were playing, and they just seemed to get, you know, down in games. And it's tough to make that comeback every time. You can't go to the well game after game.
Maybe a little bit tighter if we can. Shot, that's a good spot.
Well, the Grand Slam has been very good to the Kevin Martin team, second on the all-time money list with 179,000, and that will change with the result of this game. Jeff Stoughton in first place, and boy, the slams have certainly become a success, haven't they, Kevin?
Oh man, yeah, this has been quite a weekend for all of us out here, and yeah, it's a real treat to see such big crowds and fantastic ice surface, and it's a first-class event for sure.
And some record numbers at the MTS Center, and Maryland, they've been enthusiastic, and they've been coming out to watch. They wanted to be part of it.
Well, Friday night there was over 6,102 people here. I mean, that is a record for us.
Were you one of the 2?
Ed and I were one of the 2.
Well, one thing for certain is Kevin Martin knows how to get back into a game. You know, he knows how to be patient. He can certainly, I think, make shots to keep the game alive, keep himself in it.
Maybe we'll get to the nose of this thing. Whoa.
And he knows how to use rocks out front and even those in the rings to generate points.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Kevin, not only are you the comeback king, you're the comeback steel man. Tell us about that last end against Glenn Howard when you stole the 2.
Yeah, that was, you know, that was a that was a big comeback for sure against Howard. Man, you know, that was a big game for the trial spot. It's obviously not done, but that would have put Glenn in the lead going into his provincials, and that was a big comeback for us for sure. That last end, that was some pretty good shooting. We made every shot pretty much perfect.
Well, Kevin, that must be big for you guys. You know, you've really got a pretty good lead now in the Canadian team ranking system, and obviously you are looking for that trial spot, and it's kind of surprising you don't have one yet, but this could be the route.
We kind of thought that was our best chance, right even from this summer. We thought that our best chance was trying to win the money spot, and so far so good, but obviously there's still the Players' Championship yet to go, so it's definitely not safe.
And you've also got the Canada Cup on your list too, which has got a good mitt full of points too.
Yeah, that's certainly a benefit to us as well. How do you want to do this here? I don't want to give up a steal too badly.
Let's hit it.
Hit and roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good strategy here from Kevin Martin and Don Walczyk in that those are 2 pretty well-positioned stones, especially the one top 4. And I don't think they trust Ferbey enough to throw another corner here, because Ferbey might just go for the steal then.
Roll this thing over to here.
Nose he wants now?
Yeah. Nose hit.
Kind of wait.
Hey, better keep your weight up a little bit.
Walczyk playing this back, and they want to save the shooter as well. Well, that works out good. They are line 2, and it's no easy double.
Kevin, you play with such intensity here. What's your strategy going into the last or to the first half of this game?
Well, for us, we just be aggressive, go after it, and you know, that always puts a lot of pressure on the guys. But you know what I mean, because every shot, you always play a lot of tough shots in a game, but it's more fun that way. So, and I don't know, to me, if you're you can be very aggressive or passive, and either way, in the end, if you make your shots, you're okay. So it's more interesting, I think.
Well, good luck to you the rest of the way, Kevin. We'll keep an eye out for you, the Canada Cup, and we'll see you in Newfoundland.
Hey, Rob, by the way, we definitely want to put forward our congratulations to Kathy's team, for winning Alberta today.
All right, we'll pass that along.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kevin, and congratulations to Kathy King for winning Alberta.
Hey, hit and roll to the right.
Throw boards.
And also to the Clydebank team for being in the final.
Board.
It is never, never, ever easy to go to a provincial final and come second. I mean, that's a tough one.
Oh, it's never easy to repeat, too.
They've had a good year. Well, there is a deuce in the works here.
Yep.
Walczyk playing the out-turn board weight and roll to the pro side. That took off early.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Oh, that's not bad.
Gets the hit and leaves the angle fairly high for the double.
I don't know. I don't think it jams. It might.
No, I don't think so.
But if it jams, then that means we made the double anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, it's close to jamming.
Nah.
Which way? You think behind it?
We were right there.
Okay. All right.
Marilyn, with that announcement of Kathy King, I'd have to think with the success she's had this year, she'd be an immediate favorite for the Scott, wouldn't she? I know you've got Colleen Jones there as Team Canada again, but Kathy King's had such a good year.
Well, she has, you know, but she's also went to the Regina, the Sandra Schmerler Curling Classic, and lost 3 straight. So, you know, we have to be even here. When you talk about, you know, winning a provincial championship, it's all about timing, and you either start or you finish hard, and it sounds like Kathy's team is finishing hard. She, I think she beat Shannon Clydebank twice once in the round robin and in the final. So.
Well, this is stacking up. There was a very strong Scott this year. You've got Colleen there once again, and do they jam?
Yeah, they bump it and it will roll out.
I mean, you've got Colleen again there. Now you've got Jennifer Jones, who certainly is a serious candidate to win it as well, out of Manitoba.
This is an incredible shot by David Nedowin. I mean, just when you think that Martin's got some rocks in play, they're gone. I think he's surprising himself this game.
Makes it, doesn't quite get the bad angle, and he manages to roll that one out as well.
Yeah, this team is just on such a great roll.
Well, they struggled a little bit, David Nedowin did on his out turn in that semifinal, but it's not happening tonight.
Yep, right up.
Martin figuring that it was too late in the end to play the freeze. He'll go for the blank. Lots of game left here. There's no hurry to score the deuce. Can do it next end or the one after that. A lot of time to get it tied up. There's no rush.
Oh, very serious Kevin Martin. He doesn't like to lose, and he hates missing shots.
Well, you find the players over the years, though, too. They do learn some patience, you know. When they're young and they get 2 or 3 down, we got to get that back right now, and they dig themselves a hole. But there is some patience here with Kevin.
And, of course, in this battle between Martin and Ferbey, you know that Kevin would like to have the W on his side.
Wow, hardly any, sorry, Rob, hardly any handle on this stone. Like there, we're getting just past half a turn, 3/4 of a turn. That was close to losing its handle. Well, Rob, I don't know who can throw it harder, you or Kevin Martin, with those new curling shoes of yours.
I didn't know I'd have a vote.
But Kevin Martin got his stats before the game. 210 pounds. I didn't know he was, that he was quite. I would have thought about 190. But
he weighs 210
pounds.
He
says 210. He says since junior days he's been over 200. He's 6 feet, a half inch, size 12.5 shoes, and here it comes at you. Lots, and he does a lot of weights during the summer to keep his legs real strong. He can throw it harder and more accurate than anybody in the world.
And he just knocks it out, blank end, and he'll hold on to the hammer coming back for end number 4. The Ferbey squad leads 3-1 after 3. The Canadian Open in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Get a QB's view on the NFC Championship.
I like Donovan McNabb only because he's going into his 4th NFC Championship game, and he's become a pass-first, run-second quarterback.
Jesse Palmer on the NFL playoffs tonight on Sportsnet News.
It's not about the money, the glory, or stepping up to the podium knowing you're number 1. It's about taking the time to do your best. Like Kevin Martin, our pharmacists take the time to care for you and your family. And caring is the most important part of healthcare. Talk to your local pharmacist at one of these fine stores.
At M&M Meat Shops, we wanted our name to reflect more of what we offer.
Hello, M&M Meat, and hundreds of mouth-watering complete meals you can prepare quickly and easily to please the whole family shops. Can I help you?
But then again, why not just show you? All your party foods and complete holiday meals, like stuffed turkey breast with farm vegetable blend. And decadent desserts, like chocolate caramel pecan cheesecake. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
BDO Dunwoody is one of Canada's largest accounting and advisory firms, and a very proud sponsor of curling.
At BDO, we believe that all players should be treated equally. As the title sponsor of the BDO Curling Classic, we offered a purse of $100,000 to both the men and the women.
Find out more about BDO Dunwoody at www.bdo.ca. BDO Dunwoody, driving growth.
Nobody stands behind their cars like Mitsubishi. Because every new Mitsubishi now comes with a 10-year powertrain limited warranty, 5-year new vehicle limited warranty, and 5-year roadside assistance. Mitsubishi, the best back cars in the world.
working twice as hard to save you even more. Always.
They just say, meet you at the Forks, and that's exactly where that is. For Pharmacist Grand Slam of Curling, presented by M&M Meat Shop, stopping in Winnipeg for the Canadian Open. Into the fourth end, Randy Ferbey leading Kevin Martin. And this city of already terrific curlers has seen a lot of great curling events. Players Championship 3-time, the Brier 4, the last in 98. Scott hasn't been here for a while. Last visit was in 85, and you see the Worlds here in 2003. And of course the Canadian Open joins the list, and we want to tell you that in this city, the 50th Canadian Police Curling Championship will be held at the Granite March 12th to 19th. The first championship was at the Granite in 1956. It was a Brier format. All the proceeds they've raised over the time have gone to Special Olympics. Over $200,000 have been raised in the last 10 years. Wow.
And Garth Mitchell from Ontario is the defending champion and comes back as Team Canada.
That's March 12th to 19th at the Granite here in Winnipeg, the 50th Canadian Police Curling Championship. Another major curling event.
Not much of a
Like one of the ushers here at the MTS Center kind of scolded me when I got here. He said, "You guys haven't been here in a while." Sorry,
that's a pretty good shot.
Well, they love their curling. I'd like to get that opportunity to showcase the city, the province, and the great curlers they have here.
Well, it looks like the tour will be back in this MTS building the next 2 years with a slam, and then there is also the potential, they say, in 08 for the Brier coming
because
here.
The Manitoba Curling Association came in to take a look at the setup, so they plan to make a bid for 08.
So we've started all those early rumors now.
Well, it was nice, Ed, for you and I to be standing, you know, around this arena and talking to the likes of Bill Carey and Dan Carey and John Bubbs. All the great players of the game.
Gets through. Bump and roll. And Don Bartlett, nice shot. Let's take a look at the numbers brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. 92% for Don Bartlett through 3, 96% for Marcel Rock.
Wow, good numbers there, and we've seen some great positioning of stones out of these two fantastic leads. Two of the best in the business. Not only great throwers, but fantastic judges of sweep as well.
Real hard.
Some pace on this shot from Scott Pfeiffer.
Freeze for that one.
Huh?
I like to hit and roll. Can't freeze for that.
What do you think? Top 12 here?
Danger B, though.
Hit and roll?
There's no hit there's no good. Top 12 here, that's pretty good.
As Kevin sets this end up, Ed, is he going to be satisfied with the deuce, or is he trying to manufacture perhaps an opportunity to get a little more?
Well, you don't look for the 3. You look for the 2, and if the 3 happens to show up.
That's icing?
Yeah, it's icing on the
If it'll
cake.
bury there, I don't know. Let's give it a go. See what happens.
A little better slide from Carter that time, but that foot is edging over past the center point.
Well, if you can.
A lot of weight, Donnie. No coming
Line's
down.
good. A lot of room.
Still there, Don. Still there. All there.
Clean.
Line
Generate
only.
these points here.
Line only.
Stay in front of the tee line is important.
Cool. Nice shot.
And it's
Shot, Carter.
behind.
Beauty.
Nice curl on it. Good finish.
Didn't sweep that, and it only stuck in by that.
I didn't know if it would go around there or not. Way out there.
And the second number, 75% for Carter Rycraft, and a surprising 67% for Scott Pfeiffer.
Yikes, low, and you know, it just seems for Pfeiffer, he's had a couple misfires, but his delivery is A-on. I like what I'm seeing in his delivery. Really, he's right at the broom.
Yep.
And he looks every time he comes out of the hack like he is going to make the shot. His delivery is very solid right now.
Hard.
Not as much finished as they like, and you know, as Carter goes down to throw his next one, I think when we look at his delivery, you know, that we're mentioning that foot's getting a little over too far, and I mean, what causes that? You know, usually a player is firing the front leg a little bit too hard, getting it too far in front of them, not keeping the angle, the knee angle properly.
Or he's coming in too fast.
Yeah, and it just fires inside.
He has to push and extend.
Big in out.
We heard Donnie Bartlett say big in out.
Well, the goal at the end is to have your nose and eye directly in behind the rock with your aiming eye, and if you get a little out of kilter, then you're steering it.
In out.
And it's funny, you know, curling rocks, you don't have to do too much wrong to them to really make them turn out ugly as they go down the ice. You know, there's a lot of ugly curling rocks in the world, and there's a few nice ones.
It's amazing how much those rocks know.
It's not breaking in there like it was. No. You know? For the last day.
Randy Ferbey, being the keen reader of ice that he is just noticing that the ice is getting a little straighter, he feels.
Oh, he is a tremendous ice reader, and we talked about that at the Skins when the ice was, we had a bit of a wonky ice and a little bit of tough ice, and Randy can really handle it. He can handle the different conditions.
That stayed straight.
Roll.
He had very soft weight on that.
Well, that's experience for you, though. You know, both of these skips are tremendous ice readers, and they are really able to get the best out of their players. They know how to ice their players. You know, not everybody throws the same in this game, so everybody needs a little bit different ice in a certain spot on the sheet. Everybody has their characteristics, and certainly this guy would, you know, because he has a very different delivery. Like that foot is inverted, the sliding foot. You know, please don't try this at home.
That's from his bull-legged legs.
Come on. Okay. Whoa. Stay close. Whoa.
Well, there's no give up on that Donnie Bartlett's voice.
Here it comes. Come on.
Now that spot is
And
really
it's
straight.
straight.
Okay.
When you're expecting that move, you're expecting that curl, and the more shots that are going down that spot, the straighter it's getting.
Roll to be shot. Okay.
The expression of frustration in Walchuk's face.
Well, you could just nose it. Oh, I see. Bump it up. Gotta go.
Yep. Oh.
Well, they will be looking to squeeze the guard and get the roll.
Certainly a softer release on that one. Definitely rolling somewhere. Too much out the other way.
Well, they had to roll somewhere to get second shot, otherwise they had only been third.
Not there.
Fine. Can't afford to nose it, though. It'll go onto it. So even if you just straight jam it, that's fine. Roll.
Yeah. Yeah, just make a roll.
So, what? Board weight.
They all agree that playing the double would waste that yellow one behind the guard, and they're trying to count that one.
Well, that's what happens when you slip behind the tee line. It becomes a problem.
Heavy board. Yep. Oh, loading.
And the play-by-play by Don Bartlett.
Don's calling the line and the weight and everything.
I just love when he does that.
Well, that's a nice shot. He rolls behind the center. He's not shot stone, but that will offer some difficulty for the Ferbey team.
Nice shot.
And the third numbers, 79% for Don Walchuk, 71 for Randy Ferbey.
No draws for the Randy so far.
That's not a good sign when your third's not drawing.
Anywhere back here.
So I was watching Don Walchuk and his delivery. You were saying that it's, of course, not the prettiest thing to see, but he is right behind the rock. His eyes are right behind, so he does at least finish with where the objective is staying behind the rock and keeping his eyes on the target.
Well, Rob, maybe it's a lot like golf, you know, that you can do a few things that are totally different, but you got those few principles that work, and yeah, here you're behind the rock, it does work.
Well, he does have what I like to call the most unique kind of a delivery.
Yeah. So that it jams.
You want it to be open.
Like if you go too deep, he'll make the double thin, right?
Right here.
Right there. And then it jams. But then he'll have two berries.
Yeah, you want to be over if you're going to do that.
Yeah, that's right. You want to just go deep still?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it dust.
Well, is there any good spot in the rings that does not offer a double for Martin? Nothing they can hit here because both yellows are buried, although they're both kind of what you'd call inferior second shots right now. They do have the potential to count for the Martin team.
Go. No, 8-9. Gotta be here.
Huff and puff on the sweep. Scott next to the stone to the direction of curl. Will they do a switch?
8. Whoa.
Yes, they do.
Easy, boys. Where do you want it? Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
They want it as deep as they can go now and make it a difficult angle for Kevin, and if he does get the double, he might waste that one behind the guard of his own. That's a tough angle there. Very, very steep.
Hit and roll.
I guess there's a thin double across the top, but it's tough.
Yeah, no.
Well, Kevin's played that thin double
A little more ice.
twice.
And he's come across the top and missed it, and that didn't get what he wanted.
They're just going for the hit and roll here.
Well, I noticed by looking over that you were both calling different shots, Rob and Marilyn, and both liking different shots here. You know, you could play the top one or the back one.
I think he called. This is the shot. It's in front of the tee line.
Well, Rob was skipping in the club this weekend, so his strategy is pretty well dead on.
Stress we heard about what the skip position
I don't know.
takes.
You guys, you skippers, I don't know if I'm fit for skipping.
We're a different breed.
Really hard. Quick! Quick! Up.
Jeez.
Go for it.
Nothing works there.
Not quite sure if Kevin Martin is having a difficult time reading this kind of turn with the weight that he's been throwing. It's way down.
No, but yeah.
And of course, Rob, that rock that Carter threw was always going to get them in trouble back behind the tee line.
That was hits, all right. Yeah.
Not what Martin wants.
Half a foot. Well, you flop in, then he'll have the double too. Well, you can't flop too much. Yeah, no, I know this. You can flop half a rock to the outside and be all right.
The top yellow is third shot stone, and that is a factor.
David Nedwin knows how important the roll is here.
His final rock.
Well, he just seems to be throwing the rock with such ease, and you don't feel that tension on their team.
Well, it is a pretty relaxed delivery, the way that stone comes out of his hand.
It's rolling. No.
No, didn't get the roll.
Well, they tried to play it there and leave a real steep angle.
And for the skip rocks, 83% Kevin Martin, 92% through the first 3 ends for Dave Nedwin.
Boy, spectacular game so far by Nedwin. And Martin is not even going to try it. He's not going to go for that high gamble double. He's just going to play the draw for one. And this is a shot that Kevin has really become better at over the years. You know, I feel in the past that Kevin sometimes used to get the heebie-jeebies in these kind of shots. You know, an end wasn't working and he was down, and he had a difficult time keeping the game alive by making this kind of shot.
He's pretty quiet.
Oh, that's no good.
He's not saying very much.
Back eight on the back one. Well, yeah, they're going to steal one on the...
Oh, they don't want it this deep.
It will be a steal.
It's going to be a steal.
Well, maybe.
Oh, wait. It's close. Closer than I think they thought.
I vote for blue.
Yeah. I think it's blue as well. Oh, they are going to measure just in case. A little closer, I think, than Don Walchuk and Kevin Martin thought. Is it yellow or is it blue? We'll find out when we return to the MTS Center in Manitoba.
Every day, you have to work at the things you love. It takes patience, motivation, and the support of those around you. Most of all, it takes time. Like Carrie Burtnick, our pharmacists take the time for you and your family. Visit one of our over 1,100 participating pharmacies today. We take the time to care, and caring is the most important part of healthcare.
BDO Dunwoody is one of Canada's largest accounting and advisory firms, and a very proud sponsor of curling.
At BDO, we believe that all players should be treated equally. As the title sponsor of the BDO Curling Classic, we offered a purse of $100,000 to both the men and the women.
Find out more about BDO Dunwoody at www.bdo.ca. BDO Dunwoody, driving growth.
Find whatever you're looking for in the 200 horsepower Acura TSX with available satellite navigation.
At M&M Meat Shops, we wanted our name to reflect more of what we offer.
Hello, M&M Meat, and hundreds of mouth-watering complete meals you can prepare quickly and easily to please a whole family shops. Can I help you?
But then again, why not just show you? Complete meals like New York strip loin with gourmet stuffed potato, stuffed turkey breast with farm vegetable blend, and desserts like chocolate caramel pecan cheesecake. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
The curling news, eh? Subscribe today. Well, a measure, and I don't think in all the time we've done curling on sports that we've seen as many measures as we had here. It's definitely blue. Means it's definitely a steal of 1 for the Ferbey team. They now lead 4-1. Oh, they're having some fun here at the MTS Center. Ferbey with a 4-1 lead. Moving into the 5th end.
Well, it seems any team that has got well ahead of Martin lately has really, kind of taken it for granted, and Kevin's come back and bit them. He did it to Stoughton in the other slam when he gave up 5 in the first inning and came back, and he did it here in the semifinal, being 4 down against Glenn Howard, coming back and stealing 7 and stole 8 and 9 and 2 and 10 for the win.
Well, Don Bartlett may not be sartorially splendor right now. You see he's got his shirt untucked. He's keeping it untucked because it bothers his back tucked in.
And did you notice that last slide of his? It was very short. He didn't slide very far.
Got to be here.
So that back is definitely bothering him. And it's going to bother you a little bit more when you're down 4-1. However, if you're up 8-1 and peeling, you'll feel a little better.
He was down 4-0. The team was down 4-0, and Glenn Howard came back.
I'm not worried for Martin yet.
Okay.
Go. That's sweet, boy. Okay.
Time for another edition of Rock Talk. Joining us is Randy Ferbey. And Randy, there's a filthy rumor that you used just 1 golf ball playing golf in Scotland.
It's not a rumor. It's
fact. Come on.
It is absolutely fact.
How big a ball were you hitting?
No, when you only hit the ball 30 yards, you don't.
Oh, that's right. Tell us about that. You went to right after the Skins. You went to Perth, Scotland. Had some transfer. Little golf. What was it like playing? Did you play Carnoustie and?
We played Carnoustie and St. Andrews. It was an absolutely unbelievable time that we had there. It's when we stepped on the course of St. Andrews, it's so awe-inspiring that you remember everything from TV, and you see all the shots and all the great people that have played there, and there's history on every single hole there. So it's an unbelievable place. We had a great time.
Well, they were obviously inspired because they went on to win the Perth Masters.
Absolutely, and I think I'm going to challenge Randy Ferbey to a golf match with my new Jazz golf clubs that I was so kindly given to by Scott Staub from Jazz Golf.
Remember, it's not always the equipment, Marilyn. Sometimes it's the operator. Randy, you've done a lot of curling this year. We talked about that when we spoke with you at the Skins. And what's the schedule look like for you down the road? We know you have the provincials lined up.
Well, it's winding down a little bit. We got a spiel out in Viking, Alberta next week. That's a real fun event, and we have a great time. The people there treat us well, so we're going back there as a team this year, and then the provincials are the week after. So we got 3 weeks in a row, including this one, and then a week or 2 off, hopefully, and then the Briar if we're fortunate enough to get into it.
Well, they have been the power in Canadian curling. They won 3 in a row and then lost in the championship last year to Mark Dacey.
And they've done something in Alberta, winning 4 Alberta titles in a row. I mean, that's unheard of to do that. And they've just been on a Briar roll. It's been pretty incredible. And Dacey finally put a halt to it. So we'll see where that goes.
...2003 Worlds, as we showed you, in Winnipeg. And there's the team. Rock, Pfeiffer, Nedoin,
hard line. A real
Ferbey.
hard line.
A great feeling.
In a tremendous semifinal game that they had against Paul Trulson, and then they went on and won the final.
Tell us about winning the World Championship in this city 2 years ago.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, playing in your hometown and or home country, I guess you could say, is just an unbelievable feeling. The people in Winnipeg here are just great fans. A little bit. We can see about a quarter of it, maybe, Dave.
I think try this, eh?
3-time world champion.
Roll in.
5-time Briar champion.
You want to try
Won
that
the
or no?
skins competition twice.
Can't
A
see a whole
pocket, a little
bunch.
coin, as well
What's
as
that?
some national
Can't
and
see a whole
international
bunch.
glory
All right.
along the way.
He better tell us he's retiring again so he can do it all over.
Well, I think that one where he's won 5 Briars, that isn't going to be touched for a long, long
Phenomenal.
time. Well, unless they do it.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely
and,
phenomenal.
you know, to add to it.
I'm still having a problem with the one golf ball thing.
Ferbey with the peel, and they're just hitting that corner so far, and just saying to Kevin, when are you going to take this into the rings, and we'll try and double you out.
Oh, they're not talking right now. They cut me off. They don't like me no more or something. I don't know.
So, Randy, we've got, let's see, golfing, we've got a little curling, and when are you and Dave taking the act on the road? I saw you on Corner Gas on CTV. You guys were brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you. It's nice to receive compliments for that tough acting job. I tell you.
In fact, I cried. I was so, the emotional aspect you two brought to that role.
I tell you, that acting business, it's a grueling job, I tell you. It's it was intense work for a couple days there, but we managed to get it done.
Did you have fun?
It was real fun. You know what? They enjoyed seeing us. We enjoyed seeing how they film these things, and again, we just had a great time there, and you know, we just wish we could have done a little bit more with it, though.
Are you now honorary residents of Dog River?
No, they never mentioned it like that, you know, but the interesting thing is we were paying union dues for the acting bit.
Oh, that's right.
So it's kind of interesting, yeah.
Just a quick question, Randy. You know, Kevin Martin is the comeback king this season. What are you looking at the scoreboard? 4-1?
Wow. I watched the semifinal this afternoon, and this game is far from being over. I know they're great players, and I know we're gonna have to make a bunch more shots here, starting right here.
Nasty little rub there. They wanted to get that right into the back 4-foot area, and it's tough to tell just looking here right now with that angle whether or not Ferbey can double those.
This way, right?
Oh, it goes this way.
You're not worried about jamming in there?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll throw it up.
Well, you can certainly tell there's a lot more confidence riding on the Ferbey train right now than the Martin squad.
Even if we just get the top one, it's not the worst anyway.
Well, the pressure's off for Ferbey's team, you know, because they've got their spot. They just go without winning money. They've taken some time off. They're concentrating on this part of the game.
Well, it's a little bit like when I was working with them at the Continental Cup as captain. I'd go out onto the ice and I'd say, "You guys, you know, you're way too tight. Okay, you got to loosen up a little bit."
And they'd look at you and laugh.
Oh, look at that! Wasn't worried about the jam. Didn't have to. Makes the double.
Well, David Nedoin did question, you know, is it going to jam? And Randy just sees every angle. He's like a Kevin Martin protege when he knows that, I'm not worried about that.
Won't do any good to come around.
Randy, provincials, the field is there. I see Balderson's there and Jamie King, a couple of teams you've beat in the finals the last few years.
Yeah, it's an interesting field. It's got a little bit of experience, a little bit of past experience there, and some youth. It's going to be it's going to be tough. You know, anytime those provincials are tough, there's teams that are playing well, and the moment you forget about other teams besides the King Rink and the Morris Rink, those are the teams that are going to sneak up and get you. So you got to be playing well, and hopefully we're going to be playing well when we go into it.
Easy?
Well, I'm pretty sure they will be playing well, you know, going into those provincials. That this is a very, very steady team, and they're demonstrating that again tonight. You know, they're not giving Kevin much of a chance to get back into this right now.
Took a 3 in the second end and then a steal of 1 in the fourth to open up the 4-1 lead.
Easy down. Yep. All right.
Lazy handle again here from Netawin on his outturn. And there's a shot that he'll miss. It looks like it's that outturn over cutting for him, and this could be gone.
Sneaks it by.
Oh, does he get it out? Oh, he gets away with it. Yes, he does.
Oops.
Randy, with Kevin Martin not in the provincial finals, or the provincial playdowns, does that get you pumped up even just that a little bit more?
Wow, let's be honest. You know, I'd rather not play Kevin Martin. They're a great team, and I'm not saying I was pulling for him to be in the provincials. Of course not. Anytime a great team like that isn't in any type of field, it's going to be a little less stressful. But you know, but again, we got to worry about the other teams, and Kevin's not there, and that's fine. And we just got to worry about what we do.
Well, you must enjoy playing guys like this because, you know.
No, I hate it.
But you know something, Randy? I mean, like, Kevin Martin's not in the provincials this year, but it looks like he's going to get in 2006. How's that work?
Well, it's ranking systems that we have in Alberta. You know, he's the leading candidate, I guess you could say, for that right now. And maybe by next year I'll retire, so it won't matter.
Oh, yeah, we've heard this
he said that
before.
word again.
Thank you, sir. Randy, good luck to you down the road, and we'll be watching with great interest you in the provincials. So
Thank
good luck
you very much. Thank you.
Randy Ferbey, and right now in control 4-1. That's a nice shot settled in.
You know what? You can steal one.
This is the championship final of the Canadian Open from the MTS Center in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yeah.
With Marilyn Bodo and Ed Lukowicz, I'm Rob Falls.
You get shot by.
Oh, yeah. You got to move it an inch, 2 inches.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, the straight back raised, avoid the deuce, or just get out the welding torch and freeze right on it.
If we get a chance to move it an inch.
It'll be interesting to see what turn he gives David. The outturn or the in-turn?
Oh, they'll go out-turn here. They can see a bit of it that way.
Well, he just played it, too, and made it.
No point. We can steal like this. Yep.
Keep picking on his outturn, though.
And when he sees the tape of you know, lecturing him on the outturn,
I'm not
he'll be devastated.
Yeah.
Well, it's the outturn draw.
He is throwing an absolutely great outturn.
This is the last. This is the last rock for the Ferbey team in the 5th end.
Whoa, Rob.
The line is out there.
Looks like plenty.
Close. All there. 8, 9. Bump. 9.
Oh, it's got to move.
Tight.
We're bumped. We're tight. Got enough here.
Wow, this is a break here when a skipper like Kevin Martin can now have a chance to count his last 2 stones. You can create a monster letting a guy back into a game.
Well, with the door open, it too narrows the gap, and all of a sudden, giddy up.
Kevin's very quiet right now.
And we've noticed that with Kevin, like even in the skins, when he's trailing in a game, he seems to be very quiet. He's really thinking a lot about how he can get back into it.
You're not sure if it's that internal fire starting to kick up in his stomach. He's actually throwing the rock quicker tonight, too.
Last rock, 5th end, looking for the deuce and to narrow the gap to just 1.
Back line.
Whoa. Line's good. Line's good.
Whoa. Whoa. It's clean. Whoa. Wait for it.
All sorts of reasons to make this one, as the weight and line are real good.
Clean. Clean. Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Don and Carter just keeping it clean in, and it'll be.
Just have to shove it back. They do that. It's 2 yellow.
A skipped deuce.
Watch out. The Martin team isn't going quietly. Kevin Martin of Edmonton against another Edmonton rink in Randy Ferbey, and it's only 1 separating them at the 5th end break. They came to Winnipeg looking for a Grand Slam title, and now Ferbey and Martin are locked in a very tight battle. Championship final action continues. The 5th end break. You're watching the Pharmacist Grand Slam of Curling, presented by M&M Meat Shops.
He has the speed. He has the moves. He has a gold medal from the 2004 X Games in his pocket. Barrie, Ontario's Mike Island. one of the athletes that put the X in extreme. Tonight on Sportsnet News.
It's not about the money, the glory, or stepping up to the podium knowing you're number one. It's about taking the time to do your best. Like Kevin Martin, our pharmacists take the time to care for you and your family. And caring is the most important part of healthcare. Talk to your local pharmacist at one of these fine stores.
At M&M Meat Shops, we wanted our name to reflect more of what we offer.
Hello, M&M Meat, and hundreds of mouth-watering complete meals you can prepare quickly and easily to please the whole family shops. Can I help you?
But then again, why not just show you? All your party foods and complete holiday meals, like stuffed turkey breast with farm vegetable blend. And decadent desserts, like chocolate caramel pecan cheesecake. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
When it's cooler outside, make it warmer inside. You can at the Home Depot. Right now's the perfect time. Use your Home Depot consumer credit card and get no payments, no interest for 12 months on any kitchen, bath, or window treatment purchase of $4.50 or more. Nobody else has more know-how to make every dollar work harder. So go ahead. Give your home a fresh start for the new year. Find more inspiration at homedepot.ca. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Nobody stands behind their cars like Mitsubishi. Because every new Mitsubishi now comes with a 10-year powertrain limited warranty, 5-year new vehicle limited warranty, and 5-year roadside assistance. Mitsubishi, the best back cars in the world.
Thank you for calling Altamira. This is Catherine. How can I help you?
Hi there. I need to speak to someone about making my RRSP contribution.
No problem. I can do that for you right now.
Really? How does that work?
Well, we'll put your money into the Altamira High Interest Cash Performer. You get a terrific interest rate and a tax receipt right away.
Nice.
Then we'll set up an appointment to do some long-term investment planning when it's convenient for you.
Rogers Sportsnet is proud to present the 2005 Canadian Open. Brought to you by Rexall brand. Real value, priced right. M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by BDO Dunwoody Chartered Accountants and Advisors, driving growth.
The semifinals were very exciting. Both 1-point victories, 7-6. And now in the championship, only 1 point separates the two teams. Randy Ferbey with that 3 in the second, stealing 1 in the fourth. Kevin Martin coming back with a deuce in the fifth. It's 4-3 with the fifth in break. This is the third of 4 Grand Slam events for the season. Kevin Martin taking the BDO Classic. Jeff Stoughton, the Masters of Curling. Glenn Despin is the defending champion here at the Canadian Open, and it all wraps up March 23rd to 27th in St. John's, Newfoundland with the Pharmacist Players Championship. Well, Randy Ferbey and his team very comfortable, and look at that, relaxing in repose and ready to go for the second half of this Canadian Open final.
Tonight on Sportsnet News, we look at the weird, the wonderful, and the downright wacky.
Oh, hell.
The misplays of the week tonight on Sportsnet News.
Glenn Howard in third place. He will take home $12,000 for his work in Winnipeg. $12,000 as well for the John Morris squad. And for those that qualified, $7,000 each. Don Bartlett's been battling a bad back. Despite that, though, through the first 5, 95%.
Yeah, his concentration, his intensity is always there. He never gives up. He's got that be-all kind of player attitude.
And
does seem to be struggling in a slide a little bit. He's getting out of that delivery right away just as soon as he gets rid of the stone, and that probably relieves some of the pressure on his back. Well, it looks like Robin Merlin went for a terrific second half here. You know, a real barn burner. We've seen Martin make those comebacks, and he seems to know how to really apply that pressure when he doesn't have the hammer.
Well, Randy knows it's not over.
Marcel Rock, he has been just as good as Don Bartlett, curling 98% through 5. And of course, he has reason to celebrate both count. They're in the final with his team, and his wife
is off to the Scott Tour hard.
To the Scott.
Room if you can. Room if you can. Wait's good. Whoa then. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Might be a little break in Marcel's schedule. Then he might have to go to St. John's to celebrate and party.
Well, he can go because he doesn't go back to work until April.
Yep, yep, yep.
We talked about the money and the money list, and this is the way it breaks down. With $30,000 going to the champion, one of these two teams gets that bulge over the $100,000 mark for this year.
And if Ferbey wins, if he gets first place here, he'll take over number 1 on the money list. So they're battling for that as well.
I don't think so. Line's good. Freeze it. Make sure we're there. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Wait only. Gotta go.
Well, both of these teams are no stranger to winning on the tour this year. Ferbey had wins at the Point Optical and at Perth Masters and in our Sportsnet Skins at Christmas. And Kevin, he's had wins at the Shorty, at the McCain's, at the BDO. They both had a terrific year so far. And these teams, you know, they feel like they should win all the time. You know, that's the way both of them think. That's why they're here.
5.
You're right, and losing is not in the repertoire of their whole thought patterns.
Well, they play to win it, and they also take the right number of risks to win. You know, you can't win by playing it safe all the time. You've got to have a good mix of playing safe and going for it, and they don't want to do that. That's one thing that Kevin has really improved in over the years. As we get the wave going.
The crowds have been having a great time all week. Slammers getting them involved. Right, ready?
Our turn.
There we go.
Okay.
Ouch! Cut that out.
Sorry.
How's the weight room? Plenty of weight. Yep. Gotta go weight. Go then. Just top 8.
We just want top 8.
Need to get by that guy. That's fine.
And top 8 they do. Well, you want success throughout a season. How about this? 9 events, qualified 9 events.
Can you get better than that?
Run the guard.
The difference 2 in points for almost 10 points per game for Kevin Martin, and only allowing just under 6.
And if we look at the loss column, which is really important, only 10 losses. Ferbey actually has more than that. If we look, when we get, Ferbey's got around, he has 22 losses, yeah. Okay. So it's interesting that Ferbey could actually get first place with 12 more losses at this point in time.
And the number there too was the 1-point games. Kevin 8-2 in those, including earlier today taking a 7-6 win over Glenn Howard.
Yeah, I question if it's really wearing on him on the emotional side, you know, because he just seems this game to be just a little down keyed, a little quiet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Okay, not bad.
I mean, you're having to pull out game after game from coming behind. It's mentally tough on a skip.
Oh, it sure is. You can't go to the well too often. You want to save those.
Yeah, you're thinking really hard about how you generate points.
Try to roll in here. Down normal.
But I think anytime you're in a final like this, it certainly takes a lot of brain power and a lot of brain work. When you go home, you're mentally tired. You know, I can appreciate what these guys go through in the golf tour, like a Tiger Woods playing on a final day. And if you win it, you go home, you're really tired for the next couple of days. There's a real letdown. Like, the best game in the world is to play a guy just as soon as he gets home from a victory. You play him the next day, he can't make a shot. He's so mentally tired.
Carter Rycroft eliminates the blue, but rolls all the way across and out.
Or his knee goes down there.
So the number for Carter Rycroft was 78%. Scott Pfeiffer is curling 75% through 5 ends.
Well, Scott has picked it up the last couple of ends. He had a few early misses.
Quick!
Can't catch the inside of this rock. And he has.
Randy not happy with that.
Well, at least when Pfeiffer and Rycroft are missing, they're missing the same togetherness. So over curled on that one big time.
And sure, there's disappointed once in a while with the players. But
Hit this blue one.
the real great strength of both these teams is they all like the position they're playing. You know, you don't have guys saying, well, I should be skipping, you know, when they're playing second. They like their spot on the team.
Yeah, if you could. Pretty straight there, though. Let's tap this up.
Yeah, try and roll on top there.
Yeah, just tap this up. Then just roll here. All right, make her.
Happened to the 4-foot? I guess. Okay. Well, not too far, so he's got an easy double. Right.
Well, if you're Kevin Martin here, you want to take a chance and get a steal here, but you got to be careful not to give away the farm because Randy Ferbey has some stones in there too, and you know Randy is looking to crack that big end and finish this off.
Back 8. That's well. Clean. Back 8. Back 8. Just back 8.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Well, I guess you phone Houston and say, Houston, we have a problem here. You just set that up for a perfect raise-back double if Ferbey can get to it.
Well, we can get it out after, eh? We got to hit that right in the middle.
No, even this one first. Even this one first. What's that?
How thick? What are we trying to do?
Well, if you hit it in the hole, it's good, but then you take this one first.
Randy Ferbey playing the hit, waiting.
Just trying to move that right into there?
Wants to shoot this one straight into here and get rid of at least one of those and remove this yellow as well.
We want to throw some weight, though.
Yeah, but if you touch this one first, it'll miss it.
Said he's got to nick the yellow first to get the right angle.
I don't know.
But he's got to hit it very thin.
Up here, hopefully. Doesn't look real.
Yeah, you make a double takeout, can't you?
It's certainly not an automatic. You've got to hit this.
You mean right now, you mean?
What are we doing?
You got to hit it perfect.
Kicking ours in.
Okay.
So I would call this a double takeout kickover. Hit the broom and throw it away.
Going out turn.
Whoa! Yeah. Whoa!
Close.
Nope.
It's tracking.
Spit out, and Kevin works the blue.
Ooh, he got sweet.
All the way out.
Sweet and nothing out of that. Lost his shooter.
I rushed that thing. That's stupid. I didn't like that.
Well, when you don't like what you're throwing, it's hard to get the perfect result. And you can see here, he hit the blue one first. He needed to hit the yellow one to side kick it over. Big break for Martin.
We get so used to seeing these guys make everything that, you know, we could often forget to realize, you know, the amount of focus and the amount of right stuff that's got to happen, you know, compared to the average club curler who tries those shots.
Give plenty of weight.
Whoa, guys.
Lots of room.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Lots of room.
Lots of room.
Lots of weight. Lots of room. Whoa. Stay close. Whoa. 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 It's by. T-line. Whoa.
Right at the lid.
Too deep, though?
They can just follow it down.
Well, you can put one here.
Okay,
You're going to run the yellow, you run it onto this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Let's open it up a bit.
Because you'll have your next one. He's going to be guarding, or you can freeze on your next one.
Okay.
Well, we will see what the Ferbster comes up here with. They're going to run the yellow one into the blue, see if they can do some damage. This is definitely a Don Walchuk kind of shot, but Ferbey's throwing it. He likes them too.
Whoa.
May have flared that out.
That's a little thick. Oh,
wow, good result.
A break on the back end.
Good result. Kevin says, are you guys going to take that? I can't believe it.
Gets a break on the back end. Of course, and Randy Ferbey knows that you got to be lucky sometimes, but first you got to be good to be lucky.
Randy, were you playing this? The yellow there on that yellow there. Wow.
That would be a Rob Fall
Pick the blue
call shot. Right, Rob?
Oh, exactly.
Well, you wouldn't think that'd be possible with the angle going away.
A lot of yellow. Get out of the way.
Need to make this guard.
Pretty close to right ice.
First stone for Kevin Martin in the 6th end, trailing by 1.
Tight in, Don.
Well, a nice slide there and a nice release. He's going to give that one a chance to move.
Not in.
Still running on the 4-foot line.
Yeah, just has to release here a bit and catch the curl.
Got to move, guys.
3:72 was the time on this set.
They have to finish it.
Hard. Come on, hard. Okay.
That's good.
And that's a little different than earlier in the semifinal. Earlier, 380 was pretty much on the button, but conditions have changed a little bit.
And also a very soft release. He may have pulled back a bit at release point, and that just changes that split time.
Instead of 4 teams out there, there's only 2 teams. More crowd tonight.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Well, this call surprises me a little bit. You know, I thought they might be really aggressive and go right in behind to the pin and go for the deuce just like Kevin did on the last end.
The driving straight force of Netowin.
Hard.
Roll it off.
Oh, an inch tight on that turn again.
Yeah, on the back one.
Well, that doesn't hurt him, though, moving that over there.
Forces Kevin Martin to go after it. Oh, and David Netowin comes out there. Seemed to be over-curling on some of their shots.
But very little handle on that. You know, you only had the 3/4 of a rotation down the whole sheet.
Well, maybe that explains why it's over-curling.
Sure, we stick around here. Nose? Yeah, nose is fine.
Kevin could play the guard again.
Blanco either.
Kevin could play the guard, but it looks like he's elected to hit and roll in a little bit, and with that type of shot, still make it difficult for Netowin to get one.
Clean.
Boy, he's throwing that intern ace.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Really hard.
Yep.
Might as well take it all the way, Carter.
Noticing a lot more, too, because of the back problem that's plaguing Don Bartlett, him bailing on a lot of rocks that you wouldn't normally see him bail on. Letting Carter finish it off.
When they go, eh?
Whatever you like.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure didn't think we were going to roll.
Saving himself for the 9th and 10th end.
Well, you mentioned that, Rob, and for Don Bartlett, you know, if he has to go coast to coast on the tough draws, he's trying to save his energy for those shots.
3/4?
Yeah.
Ollie's there in that spot, and I thought, they're not go on it. Roll up the wide side.
He says, Kev, can I skip and you sweep again?
Negotiations.
And the final rock. In the 6th end, looking for the double, the blanket, and the Netowin Ferbey combination, the hammer in the 7th.
Double's definitely there. He might stay.
And he will. It will be 1 blue. They don't get the blank, but they'll take the point. And a 2-point advantage after 6. It will be 5-3, headed into the 7th end.
help you?
Hi, is there anyone there who can help me sort through my RSP options?
Sure. I'm an experienced advisor myself.
Or skating. I think that's a great idea. Having fun in the outdoors, and the weather has been perfect here in Winnipeg the last little while. In fact, the long-range forecast was for it to get up to +9 by Thursday and Friday.
Very unusual for Winnipeg weather.
That's Calgary weather, Ed.
Oh, yeah, and 2 weeks ago it was 35 below with a 30-mile-an-hour wind. Take that.
We know that one.
And it whistles down Portage. And right at that corner of Portage, Maine, it can get a little chilly. I lived here for a year back in the 80s and got to know the cold. But then again, the summer was outstanding. Hot, hot, hot. Beautiful days.
The game is on. Kevin Martin with 2 in the 5th inning, and then he forces Ferbey to 1 in the 6th. So that's a good formula. Take 2, force 1, then look to take another 2. Kevin's got this comeback once again right on track.
He's on the uneven ends. Kevin likes those even ends.
Hard. Good. Go.
And if you're the Ferbey team, it's just tough to continue to, you know, take a 2-point lead and play defense. At some point in time, you got to go on offense and score some more.
Ed, you've noticed that Don Bartlett not getting the full slide. Let's take a look at him. Good angle for it.
Well, he generally doesn't slide a long way on his draw shots. That one a little bit further, but he seems to be coming out of his delivery very quick.
Line's pretty good. Plenty of room, guys.
It's a good thing he's throwing all draws.
Yep.
Of course, being a postman, he's carrying a lot of weight anyhow.
And the sliding delivery, the position you have the back in and the sliding foot really puts a lot of pressure on the hip joint and the back, too.
Not hurting him there.
It's right where Kevin Martin wanted it.
Like, he can get ours pretty easier now.
Don, native of Gander, Newfoundland. They have the Don Bartlett Classic in Gander.
Well, he did not play in the provincials. It was Ken Trollenberg who subbed in at the provincial Northerns in Alberta.
Line's good. Gotta go line. Should be good. Where is it? 6. Yep.
Well, prior to this event on WorldCurlingTour.com, the fans they voted for who they thought would win this event before it started, and 21% picked Kevin Martin because he's had a lot of success in the slams in the past, and 12% picked Ferbey. So
freeze one in there.
Fuck another one in there.
You know, Ferbey doing pretty good on his 12% right now.
Our
He's
people
right
know
there.
how to pick them.
Get out to the broom.
What are we doing? Freeze another one in there.
Freeze.
Well, that was out of all the teams in the event, and 21% win for Martin.
Well, it's particularly got to be very disappointing for the Winnipeg teams, Jeff Stoughton, Kerry Burtnick,
Well, certainly
Vic Peters.
not to get into the Final Four here. And for Jeff Stoughton, you know, he's been so terrific on the tour. We've had 14 slams over the years. He's been in 7 of the finals, and he comes in here and just doesn't play his best. They struggle. And they wanted to play so well here in front of their hometown fans.
Yeah, and Jonathan Mead, of course, working with the committee.
Jonathan Mead said he did not play well himself. He was struggling a bit with his delivery, which we've never seen in the past.
Where do we want it? Closer to the...
Good in going here.
Yeah.
Great in setting up.
Every rock in play.
That's a good shot.
Well, this end, we did not see Ferbey go and peel the corner guard. He's decided to play right along with Kevin, and you can't run away and hide.
7. Line's good. Rope. Where is it?
6, 7. 7.
Close.
Yep, hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Right back.
The line gets so good when it hits that hog line, doesn't it, Ed?
Very nice shot. Well, Lenny, that's a fine tap. Well, when we had the Skins game on about nearly a month ago, Ferbey mentioned how Kevin Martin sees different shots than everybody else. And that's always true. Kevin sees so many angles, especially when it comes to his own rocks.
And then he finds
come
a
down
way to
and
make
just
them,
tap
too.
this a little bit, line them up.
Yeah, he sees things happening 3 or 4 shots ahead of time that he is
Come down
setting
and
up.
just sort of tap this 4, move it a little bit, line them up with the back one. Then this one's safe as well. Okay? Okay?
See that?
T-line weight.
Who would have thought of setting that up? You know? Now will it work?
Well, let's see what Carter has to say about that.
Weight's all there. Okay, whoa then.
It's like stronger weight.
Whoa.
Oh, it's got a curl. Got a curl.
Stay close. Whoa. Back 8. Off. Off. Nope. Nope.
It didn't curl enough to get that angle.
I think now look what it does.
What?
Just those two, goodbye.
What does it do?
Oh, this will come off the 8 and back onto the 1.
Oh, we can hit that thing and that rock and that 4 rock and that rock goes.
No, the 4 rock might come back under a 1.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it goes by. I think so.
I think it goes by.
Right now.
Yeah, you can make it double that way too.
Yeah. What do you like? How's it set up? Well, come have a look.
It is getting rather messy in there, and we all know how Kevin Martin can make one big shot and
Yeah, yeah.
score 4 or 5.
Tap that again.
What happens to this 4 rock if he were to hit it hard with the 7 on the nose? Does it come off the 8 and back onto ours?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough to say.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
Yeah. Huh? I would say it would.
It might go out though too.
Yeah. Well, it might go out, yeah.
Well,
what do you think? He's also got the run through the hole.
Yeah, he's got the run through the hole. Right.
Well, I don't mind that. Because it runs through the hole, then we got that nose hit there. Yeah. But this one here, if we tap it here, it's going to run it back for sure onto something.
Well, it has to be an angle.
But then he's losing 2 of his yellows in the process.
What's that?
That's true.
We're helping him if we put something here, aren't we? I don't mind this because then it moves this rock up a bit, so the 7 could go.
Well, the key to this is to hit it thin enough that we get it right into here. Even if it's heavy, we bounce it.
So you want to play it go around it then almost.
So what's that?
Almost play around, going around it then.
Yeah, and just chip it in here. Onto this one and bump it back. Here is pretty good too.
No, I don't mind this.
So I guess by playing that shot, Ed, they're thinking that Kevin Martin doesn't have good angles on his yellow rocks.
Aren't we going to be catching his middle one with this one that we're bumping?
They're playing a chip off, chip in.
It's hard to say. Kind of one of those, no?
Just watch the shooter, Marty.
Very aggressive call.
Hi.
Well, I talked them into playing this end aggressive, and I think they're getting themselves into a pail of trouble.
Who, Martin or Ferbey? You can't tell which one is getting in trouble yet.
Hard. Bit up. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Hard.
This is more than a chip, but it does move 2 stones, and the 3 blue are counting right now. The angle there.
Still be shot though.
Bump it a little further in this.
Well, Randy Ferbey is just showing us how talented he is and what great control he has of his weight.
That's pretty good.
Tapping it in, putting 2 more, another rock on the button.
Well, they're 2 up and they haven't played a hit this end yet, though.
I like that.
And with everything in play, there's lots of granite to work with.
In turn.
Really nice.
Big weight here from Don Walchik as he'll try to come in off of that one straight in there and see how many blues he can clear out.
Well, he's throwing the in turn, which is a flatter way to come into the button.
Yeah, you find a lot more of the teams nowadays like to go over top of this, especially on this kind of ice, but they throw right on the inside edge and hold it there rather than come into it.
There's the skinny side.
Oh, look at that. Look at this shot by Don Walchuk.
Oh, but he rolled out. What a bad break.
Well, they got him standing. They didn't get the one to stick around, but boy.
Now, did he hit it too thin, though, Ed? Did he need to hit it a hair thicker?
He bought a bad break here with that yellow one rolling out.
Well, it's because it's got so much spin on it.
You need to hit that thicker?
You wouldn't think you could get all those and roll.
Had to, maybe this will come back on me.
Watch his luck.
I don't think so.
Gotta love that one.
Outside. I think it's right through the hole.
Ferbey going for a triple.
Let's wait.
He can waste some yellow ones right here.
Well, that's what you call waste.
Back-to-back triple.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Donnie's was a quad.
No hesitation on Ferbey when he sits in the hat. Hits it on a perfect angle. You don't even have to sweep that one, David. And no sweeping from the front end either.
Well, okay, let's get back to bearing one here. Kevin says we go top four.
Well, that mess cleaned up nicely, didn't it?
A nice treat for the audience.
Big shot here. Walchuk, in-turn Barry.
Well, we know he can hit. Now we're going to see the Barry.
Stop then. Let it go.
Back 8.
No, let it go. Let it go.
A long way out. It's really got to move.
3-4-4 the split.
Let it go.
Line's good now.
Let it go.
Top 4. Top 4 tee line.
Don Bartlett said back 8, and this is on the lip, back button. But they didn't sweep it, and they just let it finish.
Well, it looks from our overhead here that the Nettowan can see some of that, but right from in behind the sheet, it looks like it's 7/8 buried.
Mine was way more difficult than yours.
That was funny. You had to make contact with the first one, though.
That's right. Exactly. That was the key.
Well, we knew there'd be a great matchup with the thirds, and they're showing us just how tough it is out there.
Yeah. Good line.
Maybe the shot you want to give Dave.
He needs to follow that Walchuk stone down to the button area.
6.
Nettowan with
Just for line. Well,
in-turn draw.
bad. A little.
Welded on here.
Line's good.
No bump. Hey,
Yep. Just for line. Hi, we're there.
Well, they react so fast on the sweep.
Clean.
Yep.
Keep the angle. Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
Well, there's the penalty for coming too deep. As Walchuk wanted his top 4 at the most.
That's real good. You know, he's almost got to throw a pick.
Shot.
I don't know.
Try and pick it out. Like with.
But then he's going to freeze another one in there.
Yeah, well, he's going to make it.
He's going to, well. Yeah, but I say he does.
Okay.
Go off the wall. No. Off the wall's not bad.
Or board weight. Jam it onto the back one. Punch it into the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have another 2 in the house. Leave 2 in the house.
They're going to be, well, off the wall is probably better.
Well, I like back 8 first. Chop, leave the angle. And then he guards, then he
That's about, even if you chop him a bit too, then you got a better angle. But
sure. Try back and back.
Got to keep that angle. Here? Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
What's that?
Just come down. Tap it back.
Okay.
And then see what he leaves us. Like we can play out-turn tap, in-turn, well, out-turn tap.
Yeah. Okay.
Carter spoke and they listened. Kevin was thinking about that off the wall for a second.
Just got to make sure we get enough curl. That's the trick to it.
The freeze on top probably better, but I would have liked to see the off the wall.
You've seen enough this end.
Yeah, that's right.
Kevin had talked about that shot there off the wall.
Take enough curl. That's the trick. Oh, she'll curl. She'll curl for him.
He's giving himself some generous ice. Or did he say throwing back 8, Ed, or is he just?
Well, he mentioned he'd like to keep both of his yellows around. It's a pretty soft weight.
Stay close.
Yep. Whoa.
Split time 3-4-3.
Whoa, whoa, back 8. Whoa, off. Whoa. Right off. Whoa, keep a little angle. Yep, can't be on the nose. Whoa. Hard. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, they needed to sweep it a little bit more.
It's not all bad. He's got out-turn, in-turn. He's opened up both sides. Perfect shot.
He's coming off that side. Well, he's coming off the
3,
side.
4. Guarded, he's coming off the side. Huh? If we guard it, he just comes off the side, which, whatever, let him try, I guess.
What are the odds?
You're right. Well, yeah, let's take it away and give you this in.
Less it does anybody else.
Yeah.
I got the out-turn kick through the court, too.
I think up here. I think we've got to throw a guard. He makes it we're 1 down playing 8, right?
Yeah. What's that?
If he makes it we're 1 down playing 8.
Yeah. I think we have to guard.
Yeah. Can he get through this way, though?
He can probably pick it.
He'll play that. Well, I'll pick it.
That one must
Well, good. That's for, that'll be for 2 then only. I don't mind that. That'll only be for 2. I don't mind that.
Huh?
If he wants to pick it, that's only for 2.
I'm standing there, but I'm guarding all day.
You got to guard.
Guard the easy one.
Guard. Yeah, guard.
Yeah, that's true.
We're just bugging you.
Hang on.
Got to keep it out there.
Sure that didn't touch the edge or something earlier?
Hey?
You sure that rock didn't hit the boards earlier or something?
Nice try, Randy.
Actually, it might have. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Or he's looking at everything else go out of the ring.
Ferbey saying to Neto and the team, let's just guard this up and
tap through the hole.
let Kevin do his gambling.
I don't know.
You can't bring this guard in too deep either.
3, 2.
Well, they'll sweep it early to hold the line so it doesn't take off.
Just clean it. Clean to stop.
3, maybe 4.
Let's gotta move, guys. Got no line yet. Go. Hard. Go. Hard. Leave him a hole. Hard.
Finished up very nicely.
That's not bad either. But what do we want to hit here?
What a half.
Less than half, I think.
Yeah.
Well, a little less than half.
It's about a half.
A little less, I think. Less than half.
Well, they talked about it coming off the side, and there's something they're really going to have to watch here is that when Kevin makes contact with this blue stone, that it doesn't jump off the boards and hit the one he's rolling with. He's got to get to that, so.
He has to also watch out. He's going into the frost, and we know that when you throw a hard rock in the frost, it stays straight.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a tendency even to fall back.
Last rock of the 7th end, trying to come in the side door.
Hard.
It's close.
And look at that!
And a big 3 count. You've seen it all now, Rob. And everyone's standing on their feet.
In the side door through the kitchen, grabs 3.
Made it look easy. This has made every inch of the way. There was never a doubt.
Martin making these great shots. Two triples and an off-the-corner shot for Martin.
There's 3, and all of a sudden, Kevin Martin has a 6-5 lead after 7. Don't you dare go away.
What do you like most about Sweden? Aber, Tiger's wife, Swedish meatballs? Now there's something else to like. Swedish Elite League Hockey on Sportsnet. See the players you thought you wouldn't see this year. Thursday at 7:30 on Rogers Sportsnet.
There was a delivery boy here. Outsiders are forbidden.
It's Delicio.
You cannot fool an old master. This is delivery.
It's Delicio, master.
Your senses deceive you. This is delivery.
He who hesitates loses last slice.
With its fresh baked taste and delicious toppings, it's not delivery, it's Delicio. And try Delicio Spicy Chicken Deluxe.
Hey, who shipped the 200 boxes to our client in Boston? Was it you, Louis?
I shipped them with FedEx.
You're a heck of a man doing a heck of a job, Lewis.
Trust the company with proven reliability. Relax, it's FedEx.
Every group has its leader. The one that everyone looks up to. The one that decides where the group should go. The one that everyone follows. Because they always have the best ideas. And the coolest toys.
Hurry into your Ski-Doo dealer today for great deals during the Ski-Doo Factory Clearance Event.
When it's cooler outside, make it warmer inside. You can at the Home Depot. Right now's the perfect time. Use your Home Depot consumer credit card and get no payments, no interest for 12 months on any kitchen, bath, or window treatment purchase of $4.50 or more. Nobody else has more know-how to make every dollar work harder. So go ahead. Give your home a fresh start for the new year. Find more inspiration at homedepot.ca. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Thank you for calling Altamira. This is Catherine. How can I help you?
Hi there. I need to speak to someone about making my RRSP contribution.
No problem. I can do that for you right now.
Really? How does that work?
Well, we'll put your money into the Altamira High Interest Cash Performer. You get a terrific interest rate and a tax receipt right away.
Nice.
Then we'll set up an appointment to do some long-term investment planning when it's convenient for you.
Well, money indeed. Here's a money shot, the final rock in the 7th end.
Martin makes money, and we know that for sure. This is an incredible shot, and you've got Carter even sweeping half on the carpet. This is fabulous curling for Winnipeggers to watch.
That's a lot of ka-ching right there for that money shot. And the smile for Kevin Martin. He didn't have much of a smile after 2 ends, but they've got the fans pumped and ready to go. They're having some fun. 6-5, Kevin Martin leading Randy Ferbey into the 8th end.
Hold it, hold it. Run the I want to see that whole end over again. That was a phenomenal curling end.
Well, you had Waltrip with that. Then you had Ferbey following up with a oh boy.
But Ferbey elected to leave Martin
Maybe
that
bump it a little
shot.
bit. All right.
He said, I'll give him that.
When you look back, what else could they play? That that first shot of Kevin's was so good.
I think that's pretty good, Don.
He kind of made something out of nothing. He tapped that rock and created an outturn and an in-turn out of it.
All there for weight. Yeah. All there for weight.
Bumping. Okay.
Whoa. Clean. Right off line. Clean.
And then, his last shot was just
right off line.
routine for him.
Too much line. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Picks. Oh, it picked.
Oh.
First pick rock we've seen for the tournament.
Oh. Take a look at the lead numbers brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. And you can't ask for anything more from your leads than 95%, can you?
Yeah, there hasn't been a miss. They've just been incredible, these 2 leads, at positioning stones and drawing in around center guards.
Makes a huge difference.
Room. Close.
Clean it.
6. Room.
Small tap, baby.
Close. Line's good.
We're by.
Oh.
We'll get to nose if you can.
Well, the game is definitely on. We're really back to the second end. Martin stole one on the first end, and Ferbey had the hammer in the second, so we're back to that situation here now in the 8th end. Ferbey 1 down with.
Make the double.
Make this double.
Not it.
I don't know about this.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be one of those games where the last great shot wins.
Actually, Martin's not used to being ahead in the game in this tournament. So
he usually waits till late.
Yeah.
Later. This is way too early to have a lead, isn't it?
Way too early.
Carter playing the yellow back for the double. He's got it.
Oh, they're pumped.
And he sticks it.
Momentum swing is starting to change. Well, Carter's really responding quite nicely when he needs to, and that was a bad break for Donnie to get that pick.
6.
Still a center guard to work
7.
with.
Hold on.
Scott Pfeiffer, his intern.
Line's good.
7, 8.
No.
8. Too deep.
Line's good.
8.
Line only.
Ooh. I don't know where you want to go.
No. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
No.
Well, it does stick its nose out on the other side as it overcurls the guard.
Straight freeze, guys.
And Martin just straight freezing, not moving it. Nice 4 feet of ice. A lot of finish here, good curl. This ice has been just a picture of consistency during this championship.
Weight's all there. Line only. Line's good. Freeze it. T-line plus.
I don't think the weight is varied more than a foot or two from draw to draw. The pebbles held out really nicely. The center hasn't flattened out.
You're ready.
Up.
Yep.
The players have just been raving about the ice.
Yep.
Keep the line. Keep the line. I got it.
They want to stay pro side with the freeze. They do.
Another great shot by Carter. He's in there.
Freeze, Cal.
You know, sometimes when you have a big end like that, you come back and sometimes you can become flat. Well, they haven't proved it here.
Go left. Oh, I think I'm there. Yep. I think so. Yep. 8. Where's whoa. 8. Off. Whoa. Stay close. Yep. Hard. Hard. Okay.
The second numbers, 75% right now for Carter Rycroft, and the man you just saw deliver, Scott Pfeiffer, at 71%.
Well, somebody's being pretty tough on these seconds tonight. I don't remember too many misses, and they played pretty steady game, both.
Back 8 kind of waiting.
Just top it. Yeah.
Line's important. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right to the nose.
That rock on the right-hand side, that yellow one, which is just off. Just looking at that one right now and seeing who is going to get hurt by that rock. Somebody's got to come in off it pretty quick.
Back 4.
The next couple of shots.
Okay.
Never.
Martin's team seems to be chatting up a little bit more.
Got to try to get to the nose here.
Good finish for him.
No.
Got no weight.
Well, Martin has done his job. He took 2 and 5, forced Ferbey to 1 and 6, and then Martin got 3 in the 7th.
Well, let's take a look back at the 7th, and Don Walchuk made a big shot to try to get everything in motion for the terrific final shot by Kevin Martin.
Well, this was the shot of the game as he comes off the side and makes a quad hit. Don't see a lot of quads, and his shooter just, it rolls out. He didn't want that.
Which left that one on the side for Kevin Martin to come in off for his final shot.
Yeah, no.
And you can sense a little change in the mood of Kevin Martin and the Martin rink after getting the 3 in the 7th.
He sees the light.
We spoke to him in the 3rd end, and he was still a little depressed after giving up that 3 in the 2nd. After a couple of opportunities, seeing things hit and roll by.
Hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
A little too much roll.
Well, it's not all bad. That one's totally buried, and he controls top button.
The great touch that Randy Ferbey has makes contact with this shot, and I think it might have rolled too much. Don't forget, Kevin Martin shot in the back of the button there.
We can't do anything else. There's lock one in here.
I got to run it back.
They are. Us?
No, we're looking around.
Oh, I think we're winning. I think we're doing good here.
Just leave it half open, eh?
Huh?
Leave it half open?
Yeah, well, the corner freeze on here is what I'm thinking. Even if it's here, okay? Like don't bounce off. But
Kevin obviously has a plan, and he always does. He knows how to set these ends up.
Well, he said he's feeling pretty good about this end.
Was there anybody more dangerous, you know, when he's setting up an end, especially when he has the hammer, which, well, he doesn't in this end.
A little light, maybe.
Gotta go then. He has the hammer, boy, look out.
Walchuk definitely let go of that one. Pretty soft.
Hard, guys. We're light, Kevin.
Yeah, it's going to be coast to coast to try to get that there.
He needed to be
bring
in
it
there.
as tight as you can. Hard, hard.
Well, they've now covered the 72 feet between the hog lines and trying to take it a little further. Kevin didn't expect it that short.
Coming up tomorrow on Rogers Sportsnet, Hockey Central, and the panel leading the way, Darren Dreger, along with Nick Kiprios, Gord Stullock, Bill Waters, and John Davidson. They will talk about the race to save the NHL season. Christine Simpson will also discuss what happens to the Stanley Cup if nobody's going to contend for it. It's all coming up on Hockey Central tomorrow, 5:30 on East, 5 on Ontario, 4:30 on West, and 5 on Pacific. And of course, there's plenty of hockey being played in Winnipeg. The Manitoba Moose call it home. Randy Carlyle and the squad.
I don't want to poke this out here and then give him something.
Entertaining brand of hockey.
We have to do something on this.
You guys don't think that is skinny there?
No. Oh, it's there. You could just hit and flop bump, sit right there. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then just line this up.
I'm thinking just throwing bumper down.
This is the Canadian Open, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
To get
the MTS Center, the brand new MTS Center.
No, well, not with bumper. No, Scott, not this
with
one. He's saying this
Marilyn Bodo and Ed Lukowicz on Rob
it
Fault. Nice to have you with us for this championship final.
You got to just skin. I think your rock is too high already to even do that, but
just play bumper down.
Well, that definitely wasn't a good shot by Walchuk coming up to the front ring at the 12 o'clock.
Well, let's play it, right? And we roll in there hopefully anyway, right? You still might move both.
I guess the only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to do this chink and roll back here, and then he just sucks another one around.
Well, our top blue one's going to be there.
No, if you hit it here, you might come off the back of this and right through to here.
Well, that blue one's going nowhere, Dave.
This one is going to move over to here, and then he just sucks another one around.
Hey. He hits what he sees on the yellow and those two blue go.
Either we play it this skinny or we run it in.
The thing is, they're shot right now, right? Whatever you want, then. I don't.
Even if you kick it over and have like bumper shot on either side.
Well, Ed, you talked about that.
I think we have to play skinny
because sticking out there.
If we throw the outside double and I miss it,
looks like they just want to play the feather off of this one and try to get to that.
That back yellow is shot, isn't it?
Maybe just 11 or something.
I think so.
I think so too.
4-foot line to play.
Randy wants this skinny, as he said.
It has to be very skinny so he can get past his own top button.
Oh, gotta go. Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
Making its move.
Hard. 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 Hard.
It's there.
Oh.
Well, it was such a tough call, but they did the job. They're counting 2. They could have been counting 4.
Or 6-2. There. I know. 3 more.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, we see that nice soft touch of Ferbey, and he catches it just a hair too thin.
And right there, somebody called whoa.
Yeah.
And they overcurled by, well, a millionth of an inch.
We would have moved that over 4 inches.
No, you wanted it skinny, but that was too skinny.
Are we sitting 2?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, he makes that double.
Yeah,
We're thinking about this. Gee, stick it though, it might just knock our 7. Yeah. I hit a little off the C, that's all. Well, I can only see...
Numbers of the thirds through 7 ends. 88% for Walchuk, 80 for Ferbey.
Walchuk winning the friendly battle there.
Well, just board weight. Just roll into the pocket. If we roll here, of course, we got a shot rock. Okay, not bad either.
Martin in all sorts of trouble here. Looks like he's playing off his own.
somewhere in there.
Come off of this and skinny that, touch the back of it, and spin around in here or hang around for shot stone.
Kevin's first stone, 8th end.
Also playing nice controlled weight.
Working real hard to try to hold the line.
We saw Ferbey's rock really curl hard here.
Well, he gets second shot out of it. So he does gain something.
You can't come that way.
Shot.
Yeah, that's not bad. Give us a run there. I think you almost gotta. I think you almost move this.
I'm thinking the other one.
What's he gonna do? If you just move it, as long as.
Oh, but you're tapping a lot.
No,
it
doubles.
I'm just thinking, just come.
I don't. That's hard to get there.
Right
Here, you give him a. This one's easier, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll end up leaving our shooter and hopefully it's
actually, you know what we should be trying is going right here.
Well, that's what I said, yeah.
Okay.
Try around.
Try going right here.
Okay. We
And
need a shot around that, eh?
Oh yeah, I know we can.
Yeah.
And if we touch from top of that time.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to roll off and give him an easy double.
No.
Sit two. Yeah, right on the tee. Yeah, just
Randy says, let's call what we're not really playing. Randy says, let's come in here on the outturn and sit right there. But what we really want to do is we want to let it go at the end, and we just want to move this a little bit on that angle there to let that one stick out. What they're trying to do a lot, what Kevin did last end, is really set it up with their first shot.
8, 7.
And then see what Nedwin can do with his last.
Well, they certainly are working hard to score their multiples here.
Oh, this just took off.
That just took off. That started to move big time.
Now, was that a pick or was that a throw?
He had a couple of those in the semifinal game, too, and you're not quite sure, Ed. Sometimes it's his soft release.
Yeah, he's got a very soft outturn release right now.
He can make both.
Yeah.
Probably equally easy.
Well, I think if you're Kevin, you leave Nedwin the outturn. He hasn't been making it.
Equally less difficult, or more, whatever.
Same.
Gotcha.
You make both.
You
make both, eh?
Yeah. He can make both. Yeah.
Put it up there.
This one's definitely got to be harder.
Huh? Yeah, this side on the left is harder.
Okay. Well, one thing about this, we guard here, then we give him the run through. So.
Well, even though, as you said, he's been struggling with the outturn, they're going to guard up this side and make him go after the other side.
I don't like this shot. I think you just throw this away. I think you just throw it away. Waste your rock.
Like early, and then
don't make up the mind of the other guy.
Let's take a look at the skip numbers. 88% for Kevin Martin and 86 for Dave Nedwin, the men throwing the fourth rocks.
Like if you can't guard both sides, don't guard either.
This is Kevin Martin's last stone in the 8th end.
Big time generous ice for this guard.
Get it over. Line's perfect.
Heavy guy. Just over.
Just over is good. Okay. Good, guys.
Martin throws up the guard.
Nedwin gone already to play it. You know, they had their mind made up. Well, I just feel the way that Dave has been throwing that outturn, and even his last one, isn't he going to be in the hack thinking about that outturn, how he threw it, and, you know, they gave him the intern.
And the final stone in the 8th end. Martin leading by 1.
I think it's close.
This will take great judgment. They need the edge of the button.
Yep. Line's good. Yep.
Pretty good split time.
Well then.
Has to be T-line weight.
They generally look for 3-8 there, and that was 3-7. He could rub his own and still be okay.
Nice draw. And very nice draw. There's a deuce. The Ferbey side pulls the deuce out and takes a 7-6 lead into the ninth end. A great finish stacking up here at the Canadian Open.
Thank you for calling Altamira. This is Michael. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm just trying to figure out how to invest for retirement.
I'd be happy to help. Do you have some time right now?
Sure.
Great. I'll ask some questions about your retirement plans.
Go on.
Then we'll choose the right mix of investments for you. We're always here to help, even evenings and weekends.
So when do we get started?
We already have.
Time. It flies. It is now. It starts most fairy tales. It is money. It is precious. It waits for no one. It can be spent. It can be saved. It can be wasted or made the most of. Putting a stitch in it can ward off future troubles. It heals all wounds. It builds relationships. It is eternal. It's time to get with the plan by Investors Group. A personalized approach to financial planning designed to help you prosper now and over time. Let one of our qualified consultants show you how the plan can help you for a lifetime. The Plan by Investors Group.
No one knows Buckley's like the people who use it, so we thought who better to help us answer a few letters.
I've got here a letter from a Buckley's customer. Dear Buckley's, whenever my sinuses are so blocked that I can barely breathe, I take your decongestant syrup. And it works. Fast. Before I know it, I can breathe again. Have you ever timed how fast it is? Well, no, actually, they haven't. However, it does take about 20 minutes to prepare yourself mentally to actually take the Buckley's.
Buckley's. It tastes awful, and it works.
Every group has its leader. The one that everyone looks up to. The one that decides where the group should go. The one that everyone follows. Because they always have the best ideas. And the coolest toys.
Hurry into your Ski-Doo dealer today for great deals during the Ski-Doo Factory Clearance Event.
Here at the Canadian Open in Winnipeg, the World Curling Tour presented some ambassador awards to some terrific Manitoba players. Rob Meekin and Jeff Ryan from the 95 Brier, they took part. Jim Spencer from the 1981 Brier, there in the clutches of Kerry Burtnick. And he played with Stoughton in the 2003 Players Championship. And Chad McMullen, the former executive director of the World Curling Tour. He broke into competitive curling with a Manitoba Junior Championship in 1992. Was a driving force on the Grand Slam Tour. The Ambassador Awards were presented, as well to Doug Armstrong, Mark Olson. So a good squad and a very terrific response to this half dozen receiving the World Curling Tour Ambassador Awards.
Well, all those Winnipeg boys, and we talked about putting together a team of all the great thirds in Winnipeg that are retired. You look at Dan Carey, Bill Carey, Mark Olson, Jeff Ryan, and Jim Spencer, and then throw Rob Meekin in a second. They can put together a pretty good team right there.
Scare everybody.
You were on hand last night, Ed, to make the presentation along with Arnold Ashram to Chad McMullen.
And Chad put a lot of work in, and was really responsible for getting this Grand Slam with IMG really wheeling and really going strong. And Sportsnet was right in there giving it 100%. You look at the crowd we got here this week at this slam. Wow, it's terrific.
It's growing.
And this game tonight, I've been looking forward to this battle for a long time when we see Ferbey and Martin really go at it in a main event. And it has not been at all disappointing. They have played terrific.
It's just great to see everything in the game. Your triples, your doubles, your race back, your perfect draws. I mean, these guys are not letting us off the hook with keeping our eyes peeled every rock.
Well, you give these guys a decent sheet of ice and they can make everything. Both these teams can really turn it up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, yep, yep.
Well, 2 years ago, Ferbey was the first team to eclipse the 200,000 in year winnings, counting everything like the skins and all that. And Martin was just quickly in behind him, so they had the race to 200.
Double field's not bad.
And Kevin this year has already made it.
Right?
I don't mind that.
Probably a good opportunity.
We want to salute the organizing committee of this Canadian Open in Winnipeg. And they've done an outstanding job. We've talked about it while we've been on the air, but throughout the week. It's been front and center in the newspapers, on television, on radio.
Okay.
Over 47,000 fans at the MTS Center throughout the week. And one of the great things about this entire event is that proceeds will go to support the Children's Hospital Foundation of Manitoba.
Hey, come on, Ferb. You just want to play easy on that?
Why don't we just try to nose it so we stay right here?
Well, they know they're curling in this province, and this city has one of the largest spiels anywhere, the MCA spiel. I think they have a million teams, don't they?
A million. A million and one.
Just seems like it doesn't.
Well, in the record year, in the 100th anniversary, they had over 1,000 teams. This year, they had something like 450.
May just hit here
and looking at this arena, you'll see that there's around 40 of the loges around, and then the lights show up top.
What kind of weight?
It's got everything.
And speaking of a Winnipegger, Jennifer Jones winning the Manitoba Provincials of Scott, and will be going to Newfoundland.
Going to Newfoundland with Kathy Overton-Clapman. Of course, one of your favorite curlers, Jill Officer, and the lead, Kathy Gauthier. They have to be pretty pleased.
And speaking of Newfoundland, that's where we're going for the Players' Championship in March. That's our next event, 24th to 27th at Mile 1. For those in the area and for those maybe planning a trip east, 1-800-361-4595. You know, one thing is certain, you will have a good time in St. John's.
From friendly Manitoba to the high-spirited people in Newfoundland.
Well, John Morris won it last year over this same Kevin Martin in the final. An extra end battle.
Well, no. Stay close.
Kevin Martin having the last rock in the ninth end, and we've learned with Kevin in the past that you always have to think, is the blank in the works? He loves to go home tied up with or one down with. 4 rocks in play here. And Randy knows that. Randy's going to be thinking, well, we don't want to do too much hitting and give him the blank.
Actually, no.
What if you played it with easy and made that? Oh, no, the double doesn't work.
Well, you could.
No.
Actually, the double is there.
No, it's not. Well, it's very, very
What do we risk?
Very unlikely. The chances are you're jamming, for sure.
Not necessarily.
Chances are. Yeah, there's a way, but...
Just hit this on the nose.
What about doing this? Hit on the inside.
Okay.
Just throw easy. Just on the inside and just punch it over.
Well, there's always risk-reward when you take a gamble on these shots. And
I don't know.
Nedwin has talked them into playing it simple. And if you go back to the 8th end in the Brier final last year against Dacey, it was in the 8th end where they played a double rather than just a straight hit and stay with Nedwin's first rock of the 8th, and suddenly out popped the 3-ender for Dacey.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, bumper up. Yep. Good.
Then. Well,
yeah, pretty much in
worst
the middle.
Case scenario,
Off this one
two,
first.
right? Or hopefully
Don't throw it too hard, he'll spin up out of the house.
Kind of wait.
Just down normal.
Notice Don Walchuk down to have a look at this, and
you're gonna leave a double there.
Let's just shoot.
Okay.
A lot of these great thirds, they know when to be right down on the hack, just throwing right away, and they can get a feel for when they should go have a look. at how the rocks are sitting. And Don thought this was important enough that he'd be down at the other end and just having a look at the angles.
Yeah, he's one of the thirds that does that on a more regular basis. I think it's part of his routine.
Yeah, Graham McCarroll, third on, say, the Wayne Madod team, he very seldom will do that. He usually sees everything from the far end.
Come on. Hard! Can't overcurl on this. It's good.
Oh, dandy shot. Oh, we got robbed there. Didn't get rid of that blue, which certainly would have kept the blank more alive.
Or you could do this. You make that?
Well, I'd really like to make that double.
Well, the double's there. It's there. I mean, it'll stay on the backside of this now. And if you happen to nose, you nose. It's not.
Yeah, okay.
Just don't roll out. Like, if we nose, we nose.
No.
Well, we always talk about how Martin wants the hammer, but when you look at the stats and where he's been standing on the Grand Slam, I mean, he's better on the steals.
Well, his steel game has really improved.
Oh, turn again. Just easy, eh? No, I'll throw it up a bit.
Just like nice normal. Don't throw peel, but normal.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Go. Yep. Gotta go hard.
Hard.
Real hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Yeah. Yeah. Hard. Hard.
Perfect. Hold it. Oh, sneak goodbye.
Oh, what a shot. Did not catch his own on the side. It makes it clean.
Well, I like when they say the nice normal. Ferbey let this go, and it's perfect.
Well, the call of sweep here was so good by Nedoin.
Inches by that back 12-foot rock.
We hit it on the nose, eh? That's not bad.
Good thing you jammed that, got rid of that rock, eh? Made it higher up.
You must not miss it by much, eh?
Oh, no, it's just,
Yep. Martin with the hammer in the ninth.
Hard. Hard. Oh, yep. Hard, 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 hard. Good.
Right over, right over.
That's good.
Kevin Martin trails by one, and do not count him out this season on the Grand Slam Tour.
Unless you want to roll
we
way
saw
over
in
there,
the BDO Curling Classic final, he was
tough,
down
then you jam
against
it,
Jeff
no.
Stoughton 5-0 after
the
one.
nose, maybe he'll
He
jam
came
it,
back to win. In the Canadian Open semifinal against Glenn Howard, he was down 6-2 after 6, won 7-6, and trailed Randy Ferbey 4-1 after 4. Then all of a sudden got himself back into it. A big 3 in the 7th, turned it around. Took 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th. They're down 1 now, trying to make another comeback.
This is anybody's game right now. Nedoin with a slight advantage in this end.
You guys figure let him
if
try
he can
the
hit and
double, or you
stay.
wanna? I was saying we could take a chance and try and roll far.
Let him try the double. Okay.
Momentum feels just the same. Just feel a big swing one way or the other.
First of the 4th rocks.
I have a whole lot of faith in him missing a double like that.
You're just saying throw it hard and try to just off nose.
Me? No, I was saying like just bumper real thin across the face bars. And
oh yeah, no, I don't like that. I like this.
Bumper up. Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Hard. Oh.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Pfeiffer next to the stone.
Hard, hard, hard.
All right.
On the beak. Well, Martin with no hesitation. He's playing the double all the way.
He just wanted that roll for Walchuk to get over there, so it's possible to him to get a sniff at it. Just have to hit it off nose.
And a lot of players will say, well, which way are you playing this double? Over the top or the other way? And really, there is a lot of times you don't have to decide ahead of time. You just throw it good. And it's a 3/4 post. You decide, you make your call, however it's sitting.
Lots of players would play the out turn, but he's playing the in turn again.
Real hard.
Can't overcurl.
No, he missed it. Wow.
Big overcurl.
Oh.
2 ends ago, though, he got right back into this game. It was 5-3 at the time, and in the 7th, Kevin Martin had to make a very big shot, and he did it in an unorthodox manner.
Well, unorthodox or not, it's kind of the normal shot that we expect out of this Martin team.
It was a great end, and it had to have a great finish. And that it did.
You can throw this shot as many times as you want, but you don't get the feeling like Martin just got there.
In the 9th end right now, 1 point separating them. Ferbey with the lead, Martin with the hammer.
Weight is everywhere.
Well, Kevin feels now that he's neutered in this end because Nedohin splits the rings. He's going to have to take one and go home without the hammer. Tied up.
8-9.
Eight, 9, meaning back 8 to back ring. They'll take anything deep to take away the double.
That's good.
And down goes the broom quickly.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You know what? He might have broke.
Right here. And giving up another one?
Well, if you put it in the right spot, you know, he's going to hit it on the nose or hit the roller.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's right here, though. We have the weeds.
Something on the ice.
If he takes one now, he'll be looking for the steal in the 10th, and he is 3rd on the World Curling Tour in steal efficiency, so you know it's in his pocket to use.
He's just going to settle into the hack here and
well, this is the
make
ice.
a draw.
This is the ice for the hit, but this is also the ice for the draw.
I think it's the draw.
Last rock of the 9th end.
All there. All there.
Well, it is the draw.
Felt pretty good to me.
Clean all the way in.
3-6-6 is split time.
D-line.
That went through the zone pretty quick then.
Hard.
But they are sweeping it.
Come on. Come on, hard. Hard, Terry, come on.
Don Bartlett urging. Here comes Walchuk to help out as well, but it's all there. Kevin Martin forced to take a single in the 9th to tie the game. Ferbey has the hammer coming home. The championship of the Canadian Open on Rogers Sportsnet.
Tonight on Sportsnet News, we look at the weird, the wonderful, and the downright wacky.
Oh, hell.
The misplays of the week tonight.
That will come around it. And this is the point in the game where you really got to be on the sweep. You got to keep those rocks clean. You can't afford to pick.
Lots of room.
Lots of weight.
Okay, hey. Stay close.
Bartlett with lots of smoke on this so far.
Well, once it starts to come across that hog line, it will start to dig.
Whoa. Whoa.
Feeding itself in. Definitely going to go right on that button.
A nice shot by Don Bartlett. This season,
11.
when tied in the 10th end, with Ferbey holding the hammer, he is 3-1.
You can't
And in
see
the
it at
10th
all.
this season, Martin
We get the
without the
guard, we
hammer,
get the
just
guard.
1
Yeah.
and 2.
Yeah. You'll be all right. Just 11 if we honestly rip
Well,
the
stealing is never easy, but with the 4-rock rule, it's a lot easier than without a rule.
10, 11. Room,
And these teams can peel so well, you got to make something with those first few shots.
Room.
You got to set it up early.
Just where is it? Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Well, a good shot to get that off the button. It was viewed as a very dangerous rock in there by the Ferbey team.
Well, it's a fight to the button, and in the last end, when you're all tied up, you got to make sure you get there and protect it. You got to love that button area.
Well, the Leeds have had just a spectacular game. Nice shot by Don to get it there, and nice shot by Marcel to move it off the button.
And wasting no time, Carter Rydcroft is up. They want to get back into the 4-foot button area.
Yeah.
Can't afford to be way deep.
Clips the blue. It is shot.
Ferbey says we've had enough. We're peeling.
Taking a look, though, at the efficiency rating of these two teams, Kevin Martin this season, steal percentage 33, ranked 3rd in the World Curling Tour. And Ferbey with the hammer, and that's scoring 2 or more, tied for 6th with a 45% efficiency. Those numbers courtesy of curlingzone.com.
Well, it was in the first slam of the year when Martin trailed 5-0, and he had to steal the last end against Stoughton to win.
Well, Martin stole the first end of this game, and maybe can he steal the last end of this game?
I think it's good. Curl, I think.
How's the line?
Good. Clean.
Clean it. Not a lot of weight here.
Okay.
Go then.
We're fine.
You're ready.
Go then.
Yep.
Come on. Come on.
Kevin coaxing the boys on to just get that close to the center line.
You know, with Carter's rock at the back of the forefoot, it doesn't show much promise for Martin. He knows he's got to get better than that and closer to the button.
And not much reason for Ferbey to do anything but peel for, well, at least 2 or 3 more rocks.
Oh, sure.
Great throw.
Well, that didn't hurt getting ready to the side one either. It really makes sure that the draw is totally open on that side for Nedwin should he have to play an out-turn on his last stone to button.
Coming up following curling tonight, it is Sportsnet News with Mike Toth and Sean McCormick. We'll have a full look at the day's activity, the NBA preparations are 1 week from the Super Bowl. Golf action. World Alpine Championships are underway. And, of course, a wrap and an interview with the winner from this event in Winnipeg.
Line's good.
We've got lots of shots to show at Sportsnet News tonight.
Well,
not good news. They didn't want to be tight here and allow Ferbey a chance to do more than just appeal. If Ferbey can get 2 or 3 out of here with a double or triple, he certainly will try it.
Whoa, please.
Well, he gets the low.
Send it onto that one.
That was heavy on these guards.
Yeah. What's that? I like it.
Well, let's try it, but don't get too cute with it.
Then you get it off your blue too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could at least open it up. You know, make the draw easier. Just get rid of that one too.
What's he doing?
You feel it? Yeah. I won't be. You know what I mean? I won't be real tight. See, the shooter's going to stick around there, though, eh? Or maybe not.
I just kind of like to have that.
Well, Randy going with the big hit.
What's that?
Looking to hit this just off center onto this. Clip it there and get all those. And rolled his shooter a little as well. Big assignment.
Out.
Clean.
Well, at the end, they just take the single.
Kevin's gonna go in on his first one again, eh?
Martin is shot.
Hopefully Dave makes the run back, right?
Well, how well do they know each other?
They're trying to make the guess for themselves right now. And Ferbey's exactly right. Kevin's going to go in. He has to.
Whoa again, Don. Whoa.
Well, he's just coming blazing out of the hack, and
Bartlett
saying, "Whoa, throw out the flaps. Let's slow down here."
But just even out of the hack, Don Bartlett said, whoa, Don. So.
An over curl.
Just somewhere, no more than that. Easy. Take it all the way, Sean. Take it all the way.
Gotta peel it.
Lots of time remaining. You see the time clicking down. That's for the Ferbey foursome. 4 minutes to play with as they decide what to do on Randy Ferbey's final stone.
And they have their timeouts.
2 1-minute timeouts are allowed. Neither side has used them.
Randy Ferbey with another peel. And if they can take this one home and finish it off, it would be really the first time that the Ferbey rink has ever had a big win against Martin on the tour.
Okay, decision-making time.
Got 4 minutes left. We're on a timeout.
Timeout has been called by the Martin team.
And you got to go up here again.
They just want to set up whatever possibilities they have and try to steal one in the 10th.
The intern.
Tied at 7.
Or the out. The outfield go out. He goes
Martin with a steal in the first end, and then Ferbey came right back, charging back after Martin did not play well in that second end with a 3 spot. Ferbey stole one in the 4th to have a 4-1 lead. Martin came back with 2 in the 5th. Ferbey took 1 in the 6th, and then the big 3-ender by Martin in the 7th got them right back into it. Ferbey with deuce in the 8th, forcing Martin to 1 in the 9th. It all ties up at 7.
Well, not really, because where we're going to come in that he can't make a double. Like we come in on this side, he goes across the top double.
Well, a couple of things here.
I know if he makes his next one perfect.
But his next one,
I don't think that Martin can do anything good here coming in right now. It's just that kind of situation. I think a guard is his shot.
I agree.
And on the other hand, I don't really think the Netherwin can do anything good coming in on his first one. Maybe he can. Maybe he can come top button.
I think you're going to see Netherwin just peel away on this shot. He knows it.
Yeah, he might.
He knows that's a back 4-foot rock. He's got the whole 4 to draw to. He's got rocks out front to tap. Got to throw the guard.
Kevin Martin's first stone in the 10th end. Ferbey with the hammer.
Easy. All there for weight. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Corner freeze on blue is even fine.
Mine's tight.
Tight guard.
Mine's really tight.
No, not in, not in, not in.
We're not in.
Clean it, clean it. Guard.
Actually, it's not bad if it overgoes this line here.
Just a guard.
Just clean. Just clean. Oh, clean.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay. Oh,
that's pretty good.
Well, I think if I'm Netherwin, I'm coming in some way, shape, or form. I'm just not big on that peel.
What do you think?
Put it right here. Then he's coming this way. But then you got the tap.
Well, if we can go top button right now, then
that's where we're going, right here.
Well, again, what if peel the guard?
Well, then he's coming here.
Okay,
or here.
You might have a double.
He can make a real good one. Come here, and you might not have a shot.
If he comes right to the back, you come off your blue. This guard won't be here. You'll have your blue run too. You'll have a blue run. You come deep here and.
What's easier?
Yeah, but what happens? All we were saying is if we even stop right here, this is okay. So he draws, and then we've got a little tap.
Or either way, you're going to have that little tap. We're gonna have
worst case scenario, you got the outturn here again.
What's that?
That rock's the only one helping him. He's probably going to throw a guard and hope to miss it.
Yeah, then we have the outturn.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it boils down to what kind of shot does Netherwin want to throw on his last rock.
If he comes there, you come off your blue.
Dave Netherwin's going to call a timeout here.
You might not be up.
Marcel, what if he came in and stopped right here?
Then you got an outturn. Yeah, if he puts it where Dave wants to put his right now.
What if he puts his pick?
You'll have an outturn to them.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, can't we then come off this?
No.
Wow.
You're catching off the back in here.
Peel, and maybe we get.
Maybe.
I think there's so little variance for him there. He's short. You got a double. You got this one to work with.
Worst case scenario is we got that outturn to the pin.
We rip it.
With what? If we rip it?
If he comes here, then you got this.
Yeah. Or is he hitting and flopping?
He comes here, then you got the outturn.
Maybe he's going to hit and flop off ours.
Yeah, you'll still have.
We'll have this. We'll have the 3.
You'll have the run back.
Or yeah, if he flops not enough, we'll have.
Boy, they're putting a lot of shots in David Netherwin's head, aren't they?
How about 1,000?
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I mean, there are good timeouts and there are bad timeouts.
You in favor or against this call?
We got the run.
I like this call. It leaves him wide open. It leaves him tap. It leaves him.
Even if we only get to bite the top 4.
I always went in. I always wanted to beat the other guy in. However, in this situation, exactly the way it's sitting, I kind of like the peel. I'd go with it.
I'm with you, Ed. You have to have confidence to play this kind of and open it up. I mean, you want to have a free open shot. You want to be able to make your last rock good.
80% on hits.
Clean.
Yep.
played his in-turn.
And makes the peel. So Kevin Martin wants to go in. That was his first sign. Coming up next after curling, it's Sportsnet News.
Biting the top of the button.
Full day's activities and a look ahead.
For any deeper, he just has a crotch hit. Yeah. Okay. Even up here isn't horrible, because then he has to draw a button, which
bite the button. You can do.
Well, Martin just picked his perfect spot for his last rock.
That should be lots.
Well, yeah, that should be good.
2 rocks remaining in the 10th end, tied at 7. Fierce rivals in Alberta, Martin and Ferbey.
Well, Martin wants to get the swing at the end and get lots of curling. Just get top button. Not too deep. Make Nedwin have to draw the pin on the out turn. And Nedwin hasn't been throwing that really well. Both of these skips have been throwing great in turn tonight.
And Kevin Martin's had the touch on his draws through the first 9, curling 94% on draws. And his final stone.
He can't be deep on this shot.
All there for weight.
Came out all there,
yeah. Lots of speed.
Hard line. Plenty weight. Hard line. Hard line.
Oh, it's curling.
Yeah, it's going early.
Hard line.
And he's losing weight.
Hard line.
Come on.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. It bumps.
What happened there?
Well, it was plan C, which didn't work.
Actually, his weight was pretty good.
Yeah. That worked out not bad.
That didn't work out all that bad.
Just actually curl more. Like I slid, I'd give that a pretty good backward motion.
Well, you heard Kevin say, like, I thought I came out, gave it some good motion.
I don't know if it hangs
took
out
an unusual twist there.
Well, you're going to throw a little bit of weight.
Like a 10.
But whatever, I'm good.
You can't hurt it. I don't think you can roll across, can you? Unless it's a...
No, but I mean, we could just cold out turn and draw it.
You know what? I either like this out turn, this in turn, or that run.
With a 10.
Well, whatever. Yeah, just I'll give you this kind of ice here. How's this look?
What do you mean, whatever?
I'm just looking. I'll give you this kind of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
all right.
Just draw the can.
Yeah.
A little tightness in David Nedwin's voice there. You can't tell a skipper's going to throw a $30,000 rock here, whatever.
Yeah, there's a $12,000 swing on this rock, isn't there?
Well, he's just throwing the back ring weight. Just wants to snuggle in off his own and just end up in there.
This is the ice I had here when he drew here.
Yeah. Well, I'm throwing a 10, eh?
Oh, okay.
10, just back ring weight.
This is the final stone in the 10th end.
Well, this is a sweeper shot all the way. You got to get it online and then just make it with the call on the sweep.
$30,000 first prize, $18,000 runner-up.
Whoa.
In my mind, David Nedwin's got a lot of shots in his head.
Long way out yet. It's got to move.
It will move.
Rock and Pfeiffer work on it, then back off.
It backed off right there.
Is it going to come in?
Hard.
Oh, it's very close.
No, it's a steal.
It's a steal.
They may measure. Hold on.
Martin Stone. It's a steal. The blue didn't bounce in enough, and Kevin Martin, the comeback man, has done it again. 8-7.
Huge sigh of relief for Martin.
A steal of 1 in the 10th, and Kevin Martin takes the Canadian Open.
Well, in my mind, Ed, I thought Nedwin had too many shots in his mind.
Well, they straightened this. They hit it hard once with the sweep and straightened it up. It did not move enough at the end. Ferbey looks at it.
The reaction on Dave Nedwin's face. Oh, is it? And when they took a look, he looks up to see it wasn't there. High fives all around. Kevin Martin wasn't too happy in the second. Much happier now.
Time. It flies. It is now. It starts most fairy tales. It is money. It is precious. It waits for no one. It can be spent. It can be saved. It can be wasted or made the most of. Putting a stitch in it can ward off future troubles. It heals all wounds. It builds relationships. It is eternal. It's time to get with the plan by Investors Group. A personalized approach to financial planning designed to help you prosper now and over time. Let one of our qualified consultants show you how the plan can help you for a lifetime. The Plan by Investors Group.
There was a delivery boy here. Outsiders are forbidden.
It's Delicio.
You cannot fool an old master. This is delivery.
It's Delicio, Master.
Your senses deceive you. This is delivery.
He who hesitates
loses last slice. With its fresh baked taste and delicious toppings, it's not delivery, it's Delicio. And try new Delicio Hawaiian.
When it's cooler outside, make it warmer inside. You can at the Home Depot. Right now's the perfect time. Use your Home Depot consumer credit card and get no payments, no interest for 12 months on any kitchen, bath, or window treatment purchase of $4.50 or more. Nobody else has more know-how to make every dollar work harder. So go ahead. Give your home a fresh start for the new year. Find more inspiration at homedepot.ca. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Rogers Sportsnet is proud to present the 2005 Canadian Open. Brought to you by Rexall Brand. Real value, priced right. M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by BDO Dunwoody Chartered Accountants and Advisors. Driving growth.
In the semifinal, Kevin Martin stole the 8th, 9th, and 10th to earn the trip to the championship. And then stole the 10th end against Randy Ferbey for an 8-7 win and the right to be called the 2005 Canadian Open champion. The next event on the Grand Slam, the Players' Championship from Mile 1 Stadium in St. John's, Newfoundland. We'll have the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final for you beginning March 26th. Well, reason to smile after, and reason to be grumpy early in the game. Kevin Martin, Don Bartlett, Don Walchuk, and Carter Rycroft with $30,000. They now have $115,000 this season. Hail to the victors. Congratulations. We'll look for you on the rock. For Ed Lukowich and Marilyn Bodo, I'm Rob Faulds. Take care, everybody.
Way to battle, guys. Way to battle.